Good morning, everyone. In another 8 to 10 minutes, we'll be starting with our seminar. I would request all of you to keep your mics off, and in case you have any question or query, you can post the same in the chat box. Your questions, your queries would be taken up in the question answer round after we end with the discussion panel session. Your cooperation would be highly appreciated. We'll be starting with the seminar in another 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We'll be starting with our seminar as soon as our resource persons join the meet. Good morning, everyone. Once again, greetings from Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya. We'll be starting with the seminar as soon as our resource persons join us. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Our resource persons for the day have joined us, and I think we can head on with our day's proceedings. Just a minute. Good morning. I welcome you all to this one-day national seminar on digital art and intangible cultural heritage of the Indigene, being organized by Department of Fine Arts, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya, Shahabad, Markanda, Kurukshetra, Haryana. Looking at a beautiful painting or staring up at a huge awe-inspiring sculpture or any other form of visual art, we are often left struggling for words. These personal and emotional experiences are hard to express in any language. But many people, both artists and non-artists, have managed to put words together that seem to capture these amazing, inexpressible, intangible feelings, which also mirrors the cultural past and the cultural present. With these words, we head on to our day's session. To mark a pious beginning to the academic and creative enterprise that we are engaged in today, let us seek blessings of Goddess Saraswati with Saraswati Vandana.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदं शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे भावम् सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषा प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषा प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश स्वच्छाङ्किते सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य दृष्टे गृहे दीपं तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम् शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदम्
Thank you, Kiran ma'am. Before I invite the principal for the inaugural address, may I request all the participants to turn on their camera so that we can have a virtual group photograph. May I request all the participants who've joined us on Google Meet to turn on their cameras so that we can have a virtual group photograph. May I inform the gathering that we are live on YouTube as well. Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Kavita, are we done with the photograph?
Wait, ma'am. All participants are turning on their cameras.
Yeah, great. Kiran ma'am, let me know once the photograph is done.
I have written.
Okay. Can we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for joining us once again. May I now request the principal of the college, Dr. Mrs. Sunita Power, to deliver her inaugural address. Principal ma'am.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Our worthy resource persons, Mrs. Santosh, Convener and HOD Fine Art Department, Mrs. Kiran Kheveria, Co-Convener, Dr. Priyanka, all faculty members, and all the participants from various parts of the country. Today, Department of Fine Art of Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya, Shahabad Markanda, Kurukshetra, Haryana, is organizing one-day national seminar on this online platform on very beautiful, contemporary and enriched topic, digital art and intangible cultural heritage of Indigene, which has lot of further prospects. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our distinguished resource persons, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Chaudhary, Assistant Professor, Applied Arts, MIT University, Haryana, Founder, Bindas Artist Group, and Mr. Nitin Kumar Mengi, Assistant Professor, University Institute of Media Studies, Chandigarh University, Mahavidyalya, Punjab. They will be throwing light on the topic by their in-depth knowledge. I also welcome young artists for panel discussion, Ms. Daljit Kaur Sandhu, Ms. Tina Pandey, Mr. Pranjit Sharma, Mr. Ms. Rashmita Kanogia. So, they will be presenting their views about this topic and challenges faced in this era. Heartiest welcome to our participants of this webinar also. It is a matter of pride that participants all over the country have shown huge response, and almost 150 participants have joined. I hope they are going to be benefited from the expertise talk of our resource persons, and this seminar would induce modern ideas among them. I congratulate Fine Art Department and all organizing committee for making this event a success. Yes, I have one thing more. I have come to know that participants have shown keen interest for this topic of webinar for their papers. So we are planning to publish their papers in the form of edited book in future, and we will inform you all in due course. So thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the announcement also. Without delay, let us now move ahead, and I request Mrs. Kiran Kheveria to please take charge of the session and present the theme and invite the resource person for the talk. Kheveria.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kiran Kheveria, Assistant Professor in Commercial Art, Designing and Painting, and co-convener of today's one-day national seminar on the theme of digital art and intangible cultural heritage of the Indigene. As we all know, digital art has become a part of daily life, and digital art is an artistic work or practice that uses digital technology as part of the creative or presentation process. Most of the art people see today is in digital form. Art entering the virtual world through social media like Facebook or Instagram was an incredible leap for many artists. Artists suddenly had the means to showcase their creation to people all over the world and reach new customers. Digital art also has the edge over traditional art, considering its economic cost and potential incomes. Most recently, a piece of digital artwork that does not exist even in its physical form was sold at $69 million. The term cultural heritage has changed content considerably in recent decades. Cultural heritage does not end at tangible remains like monuments and collections of the objects. It also includes tradition or living expressions inherited from our ancestors and passed on to our descendants, such as oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, knowledge, and practice concern nature and the universe or the knowledge and produce traditional crafts. While fragile, intangible cultural heritage is an important factor in maintaining cultural diversity in face of growing globalization. An understanding of the intangible cultural heritage of different communities helps with intercultural dialogue and encourages mutual respect for other ways of life. The importance of intangible cultural heritage is not the cultural manifestation itself, but rather the wealth of knowledge and skills that is transmitted through it from one generation to the next. This being said, today, seminar attempts to bring together intangible cultural heritage and digital art and explore the possibilities they can bring together. Without much delay, I would like to welcome our first resource person of the day, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Chaudhary. Rakesh Kumar Chaudhary is an artist, educator, creative, and innovative thinker with strong styling, visualization, and design skills. Currently, he is living in Gurgaon, Haryana. He has earned his degree in Bachelor in Fine Art from University of Allahabad and Masters in Fine Art from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, achieving a first-class honor degree in Applied Art. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD degree in Political Advertising in India, its appeal and impact on peoples. He is also qualified UGC NET in 2013. As a professional artist, he is continuing to create pieces of artwork that are able to be express inner thoughts of human beings and soul of the Indian society. His artwork takes a critical view of social, political, environmental, and cultural issues. For his active participation and contribution in the field of art and design, he honored many international and national awards and appreciation from different prestigious organizations. His career also focused on research and innovative topics like bioart, microbial art, hybridization of art, technology, typography, color theory, and advertising campaign. He is also an author of a book titled Art Era. As a designer, he also did many appreciable works as creating graphic designer in print media, and recently he adds two new marks as member of editorial board of Shodh Paridi, an international peer-reviewed referred journal, and Abhinavadra, International Journal of Innovation in Indic Study. Now I request Mr. Rakesh Chaudhary to present his talk on today's topic, which we all are waiting for. Over to you, sir. So your mic is off.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you so much, Kiran ma'am. And first of all, I would like to thank our principal ma'am, Sunita Pava ma'am, and especially thanks to department University Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya for inviting me for such a my favorite topic, as you can say that in design. I'm last 15 years before that I'm working in this particular field, and this era and last 15 years I have learned many style and many techniques, tools, and also observe the different types of the feelings and expressions which is related to the art. And before start my talk, I'll just share my want to share my screen. Then it is will.
Like fragile, intangible cultural heritage is an important factor in maintaining cultural diversity in case of growing globalization. An understanding of the intangible cultural heritage of different communities helps with intercultural dialogue and encourages mutual respect for other ways of life. The importance of intangible cultural heritage is not the cultural manifestation itself, but rather the wealth of knowledge and skills that is transmitted through it from one generation to the next. This being said, today seminar attempts to bring together intangible cultural heritage and digital art and explore the possibilities they can bring together. Without much delay, I would like to welcome our first resource person of the day, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Chaudhary.
Now, could you help me? Sir, option there is.
Educator, creative and innovative thinker with strong style in digitalization and design skills. Currently, he is living in Gurgaon, Haryana. He has earned his degree in Bachelor in Fine Art from University of Allahabad and Masters in Fine Art from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, achieving a first-class honor degree in Applied Art. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD degree in Political Advertising in India, its appeal and impact on people.
Ma'am, this is my page showing there.
So there is a folder we can see.
Okay, okay. I think there is a entire picture skills here, right? A window.
So there is a folder. You have to present your entire window, then we can see your screen.
Okay, fine.
Huh.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100%.
So, as today topic is very important and very interesting too also, because in digital art, when we talk about digital art, everyone, I mean, not only the artists and other the viewers also, and the critic and other art lovers also, they are think that this is the not like as important as traditional art, because they are the labor work and maybe are 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, maybe a one. More than that, than 5 years also. That is Mona Lisa, like that, something paintings. So here I'm just focused on that particular. It's not no need to think that that is the particular creating with the softwares or with the help of the design techniques tools. This is nothing matter. The matter is only is the theme and the concepts of the particular artwork. And here I'm just the journey. I just discussed the journey, like when we start on a cave painting in a cave, like a charcoal, blood, and earth materials, earth colors. That time they are using different time the charcoals like materials. And now the era is when we work on the desktop, where we are using a very interesting way, in a very different type of softwares, tools, techniques. The medium is only just the change of the medium, but the expression is the same. When we work in earlier Pragyatihasic period and prehistoric period, that time they are expressed their idea and views, which is related to the their social life, or you can say the hunting subjects and the daily life, routine life activities they draw. And here we are in advanced form, and we are trying to express our ideas, our thoughts, which is collecting surroundings, or maybe our feelings, to discuss all the other people. As before, Kiran ma'am say that this what is digital art. So basically, digital art is a form of technological revolution, and under the software techniques, tools which is related to that art. And this what the many tools and techniques use, maybe a hardware, softwares, and other things, which is I will further I will discuss with. So basically, those are who created with the help of you can see the softwares based you can say the technology based. You can see that the term is the pixel editing and many more things. This is in under the softwares and the tools. So this is the compilation of the not only the software and techniques. This is compilation of techniques, tools, softwares with the expression and the conceptual of the your idea according to your expression particular topics. So this is the digital art, and when we think digital art, we are just imagine that this is the just it's the newly art. This is started 2020 or 2021. This is 20. It's not like that. It's as old as our traditional art also. Since 2000, 1914, this is the first creation of digital art. There is one artist, you can say artist come and scientist, American mathematicians and artists. He make a computer graphics use and utilizing the oscilloscope, so creating a medium of abstract art. You can see here in the basics, in the art form, which is related that in 1914. And after the discussion, there is a different artist of work also. Another in 1960, another scientist, you can say, as George Nice, is start in the generative graphics, which is like a mathematical, philosophical, and it's a like drawings. So is the second digital art start. The concept comes under the creative mind, and 1965 here is the one of Frederick Neck is a mathematician, because the time the 1960, 1950 and 19 that time before the 1990, the computer is very less. The reach of computer very less, because the size of computer, the installation of computer is very big. And maybe one computer work in one room, the size of that particular, and using the computer only in the science laboratories or maybe some research institute only, so not in a personal use that time. So the very limited artworks created by the scientist and the person who know the computer. In 1965, there is the Frederick Neck, a mathematician, computer scientist. He's create another artwork, the small exhibition in 1965. There is an exhibition also, and 1968, the first digital exhibition at the Institute of Contemporary Art in London. That time is the starting period. You can see the time period of digital art started, and you can see. And here is a 1973 Harold Cohen, and the British artist also, and he's the create a computer graphic design, and this is a randomly textural artwork design, and he's exhibited by the Tate Gallery. Sorry, Tate is not Tate, it's Tate Gallery in London in 1973. One name which is changed the digital art format and space and motivate people to do artworks in digital format. Andy Warhol is an American artist, and is experimenting very. You can say the word is the pop art, the style of pop art style artwork. He started to create, and more than 1,000 artworks created by him, and it's a Amiga floppy disk, which is that time is in a studio, and the collaborative exhibition created first time. This is the artwork by the Andy Warhol, and when the artwork start, there's Vera Malone has created this artwork. This is the first artwork which is created and recognized as a digital art. It's the first artwork which is Machine Imagination. This is the thing. And in 2008, more than before that, the first auction in digital art. And before this artwork. This is the sale on eBay. This is the $8 lakhs at that time when this is the artwork is first created by the artist. And the development of the computer and richness to every people's. So many artists I start to work this type of and here is the one photographs which is first time created with the help of the different types of the layer, and the term is like you can say matte painting, a terminology there is. So this photographs created and as an artwork, and also is in auction. There is a two mounts in also share. Now the question is the augmented of digital art. First of all, why digital art not recognized as a traditional art? Why today, even today, artists and art lovers and the the the, the
Uh,
visitors.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
I think your slides are not moving. We have the first slide only being displayed.
Okay, okay, okay. I just moving all the slides now. Yes, moving.
No, sir.
Wait, I just checking. Sorry for that. But I'm moving all the slides here. I don't know there's issue. Wait, wait.
So you can close the presentation and then start it again and present your
Yeah,
entire.
yeah. Please, sure, sure, sure. I just again try again. I just try again.
And get ready to stream. You click Start Streaming and greet your audience, most of whom, thankfully, haven't shown up. Then, like any good streamer, you use a second device to quickly check your video quality and audio levels. Perhaps a friend showed up early. This is when you find out that your stream is unbearable. Your audio and any possibility of watching may.
Now, please check.
Right after this.
Now, staying on screen.
So the screen is shared and we see your first slide now, the second one.
Want the comfort and quality of high-end headphones without sacrificing the
We are on the second now, on the third one.
Mic 5 is the
Okay, okay, okay. I think this. Okay. So, can you start explain this or firstly, or you could just next?
Oh, yes, we can carry on wherever you.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay. So here. Nice moving.
Yes, sir, it is. Thank
Okay,
you.
fine. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So here I just yeah. So in this is the last one, which is the first time related to our softwares in a proper way, first time, and this painting also in auction, and particular some prices are also there, and I'm discussing about the augmented augmentation in digital art, because many of artists and architects and art lovers also and visitors, they are not recognized digital art even today. Very around 50 to 50% people are recognizing digital art, and some have also know that no, this is the computer generated art, so it's not like a traditional art. So many things. But when we think about the rupees as an example, because it's the normal rupees in a paperwork, and now is the cryptocurrency. What is the need to this type of changes, the virtual coins? Because when we the generation change, the knowledge exchange, and after the generation change, there is many things are also changed. If we are want to move as the parallel as the same with the changes in the difference, like in the you can say in the Darwin Siddhanta we are discussing about that. If you are survived, then if you are existing when you are survived, when you are adopt yourself according to environment yourself. So, if artists are only work in digital, in traditional artwork, in a way like a oil color, watercolor, poster, or acrylic, and it's clay, and many of the mediums also there is also. But the digital art is a very unique platform, because in we can understand very easily in 2019 to this time there is 2 years which is under the COVID-19 period. So at this time, before last 17 years, which is not work in digital art, but in only in these 2 years, the artwork created and produced by the digital artist is around 70%. That is more than that the traditional artist. So the need and the requirement of the uh, society, or you can say the requirement of the time period, this is the a golden time for the digital artist, because we are connecting with these online media and social media platforms and other things. We are around 70, more than 70% people have mobile phones and Android. They can easily access all the things. So digital art is very easy to reach the people. And the the thing is that I just, what is the difference of digital art? Here is the one slide. You can say, you can see all the things. Here is the 4 paintings, 4 different mediums. You can say, one is the Da Vinci painting, second is the Jamni Rai, third is the Henry Moore, and the fourth one is the Alexander Fleming. What is the difference between? You can see here in the below one. There's the title of the artworks is Mother and Child, and the 4 are different artworks, but the title is over the same. It means the concept is, and the conceptual and the thematical framework is the same. Only the changes in the mediums of the changes. Like when we're talking the Da Vinci, there is the oil color, and the Jamnira there is watercolor. Henry Moore, there is a bronze sculpture, and Alexander Fleming, this is the one bacterial art form which is related to bioart. So what is the changes in this? The requirement, the changes, why they are different things and different mediums used? Because the experiment and the development of the tools and technology and the awareness of artists, and after that they creating the different types of the artwork in different mediums. That is the need as today. At the same thing, there is the art, digital art also requirement, and this is the yeah. Now another example, if we say the creativity, why digital art not recognized? Why we are recognized only the traditional artists, or who work in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and then we are recognized that this is the artwork, and a person who come and sit and 10 minutes and after that create a artwork. This is not a we are not accepting as an artwork. Why? The reason is our mind and our culture and our education is always as you can as example, I can say as example, in a movie, a person who struggling her life, fight against the society, and left, and the end his winner, and we are appreciate that is the hero. And another person who have all the things and try to do wrong way, or maybe sometimes the good way also, but is not recognized as hero, as a villain, because of the thinking, our thinking according to that situation is the implanted from the our born time, and we are carry on the things is. And here just you can see the creativity word. Here's two photographs. One is the hibiscus rosa sinensis as a good hell, you can say, and another is the rabbit. And in the left one side, you can see here. Here is a single color plant, which is just a nature founded, you can say. And the other one is the multicolor hibiscus plant. This is the creativity. And the other one is normal rabbit, and second is the fluorescent rabbit. This rabbit is created by the Edward Cack, is a Brazilian artist. After if you keep this rabbit in dark room, it's a fluorescent color, vibrant showing, and the fluorescent color. So what is the difference? Because the nature gives a pure format. An artist, a creator, a innovator, thinker, they think about, visualize, recognize, realize, and then he creates something new, which is not available in the art, or is not available in the creative field. Something new. That is the creativity. And the same thing doing by the digital artist. They pick up the different types of the elements, different types of photographs, different types of the textures from different places, and they arrange all the things as a art form with the strong conceptualized format. So that is the art. You can say the pure art also. There is as a traditional artist. So we are not. I just say that why we are working this type of artwork. Why? What is the importance of this artwork? It's very less than that. Before starting the artworks, we are also maybe we are doing a digital artist, maybe we are traditional artist, maybe are working some folk artists are performing. Anything is that in digital art, especially I'm talk about the digital art. There is a 4 basic steps when we start the digital art. We are first of all, the first step is the concept. What you think, what you visualize, what the theme is your, and what is the idea of your creation, which is you going to be a create in future. Second, the collection of selecting images. Related to that, we are assembling all the images, all the elements which is related to that particular idea or theme. And the third one is the cropping. Cropping means the cropping means the implementation or the selection of the images or particular images or bunch of images. We are selecting a few selected images, and after the lighting, the focus, composition, and the different tools and techniques also used, we can create an artwork. So here we also doing the same process for the creating artwork as we are doing for the canvas painting, charcoal drawing, or you can say in other way also. So it's not as different as we are think. What is the form of digital art is there? Because when we're talking about the digital art, we are just think about the design part. It's not a fine artist. As artist, we are think about the design part, like the applied artist and commercial artist, and the many more other things also. But this is the tools, and as I say that tools and the softwares and the techniques is just the medium. We have an idea and we have a create something artwork with the help of these tools and techniques. There is the digital art. So here are 3 major categories, which is the 2D graphics, 3D graphics, and manipulation. The 3 main categories related to that, like 2D graphics, we are taking 2D images, the computer virtual, you can say the environment and different types of the nature style media, and your own themes also. Here is the illustration. We are doing also the poster color also. We are also doing drawing and ink, watercolor also, and digital format also. So these also, sorry, in the field of digital art. We can use this as a digital format when we start to work. Here another format which is related to vector graphics, vector drawings. Vector drawings, you can say, when we doing work in photo editing, like, or like Photoshop and other photo editing softwares, they are work in the pixel format. And when we work in the vector format, like Corel Draw, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, and Photo Painter. So many of the softwares which is work in the pixel for not in volume pixel format, this is by the vector format. So this type of artwork is also doing. 3D graphics is mostly work in animation movie, character designs, and also in the 3D graphics format. Sculpture 3D space. There is different types of the softwares also used. We will discuss in further. Here is photo manipulation. This is the very popular format because it's like a image assembling and the creation of your idea as easy as way you can do. So here is the different types of layer we can use, and after the blending, merging, and replacing things, we are creating something new. So this is the format, and the terminology is a manipulation, photo manipulation word used. And this is the matte painting. It's a very old techniques, and the matte painting is using for the background creation and the fantasy world like this. When we doing some VFX movie, or we are saying animation in the fantasy animation or something like that. So here we are using a multiple of images in a same photographs and creating a sorry. Yeah. So many types of layers in our own image. You can see here the 3 images, and here is the different types of the images. Not in it's an aeroplane, a building, city, car, road, and waterfalls, mountains. So number of images in different images, but we are compiling in same in and make a one frame picture like a background. And this is the also under the matte painting style. Here is the caricature. Caricature is a very common term because it's working a long time. Many artists also doing this type of artwork. There was for watercolor, poster color, and acrylic and line drawing, or charcoal, and the different mediums. And it's very easy in digital format, so that's why I'm showing here. And in digital art, it's not necessary that you are very comfortable in softwares, or you are very knowledge in you have very knowledge in software in computer. So it's easy as a person who very less know. A few tools and techniques you can use, and you can create a own style of the digital art. So this is the one tool in Photoshop CC, or you can assume more updated version. There is a smudge tool. You can use one tools only, and you can create a digital artwork, different types of artwork. Here the cartoon characters like that, the same thing when you are doing this cartoon characters and the other elements. Here is a story narration. In a commercial way, we are creating a story narration for the graphic novels, comics, and animation also. And before the advertising, we are also storyboarding narration and creating a storyboarding. So this is the some few process how we are starting the drawing and then coloring after the final work. So here is also work helpful in the digital art. And basically, as in a traditional art, we are doing a portrait is a very famous. Everyone wants to do a portrait, and the portrait you can easily create in digital art also. there is a many softwares, many filters, many techniques which is related to here. Into the three different techniques also. You can say it's my own creation in a few years ago. Here is a 2020-22 some artists who work in a creative style, digital art. Is the Tom Cross in the left one side you can see, and the last one the Ricardo All. There is other artist, and same thing. There is a Anya Janar and Dang Mainlinka. There is other artworks. There also, as we discussed about the matte painting and the photo manipulation and the rendering blending mode, the techniques. This type of artwork they are creating this time. And here is the Malgonic artworks. He created like a 2D animated character like this character, and he worked in this. And this is the right hand side. This is my own artworks, which is related to nature and something, the connectivity of the society and nature and environment. It's because my topic is the same thing. I'm working on same environment and nature and society. There is a three major things in my painting themes. So this is also, and this is in 2018. This is the receiving National Award in 2018 for this digital art. A series of digital art and different themes and different types of the digital art. I'm creating time to time different types of the artwork, which is related to my own theme, which is based on the contemporary social structure or the problems. In middle, as you can see here is the coronavirus effect, and that time I'm creating this artworks. And first one, there is also the thematical connectivity with the nature and the human nature and the environment. Same thing, you can see all in my work, which is related to this different time period. Sometimes we are ignoring, sometimes we are exploring, sometimes we are feeling a very heartful feeling, and we are doing this type of artwork. And same thing, there's a software is different, and we are think about it. It's all the created by me. Now, some I would like to share some of things which is related to all the learner who want to become an digital artist or who want to become an creator in your career, want to have a career in a digital artist. So some requirements you have to complete before they start your artwork. You have some requirements related to your design your digital art. There is four things very essentially for the learning digital art. One is the knowledge of hardware and accessories for digital art painting or digital painting. Softwares related to the digital art and digital paintings. Apps which is related to your own digital painting, you can easily download and access for creating digital art. And magazines and books, which is help to improve your ideas, concept, and knowledge related to contemporary digital art. So these four things is very essential for learner who want to become an digital artist. Here I'm sharing, this is the name of the tools, paint tabs, which is related to your digital art creating. So this is the first hardware essential part of the digital artist. So you can purchase anyone. This is the list of the gadgets. You can easily purchase online. You can visit if you want to work on digital art. Here some softwares which is related to comfortable digital art, like a Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop Elements, Illustrator, Coral Painter, Coral Light, and Art Race, Poster Pro. So Autodesk, Sketchbook Pro, so number of softwares available in market. You can easily download and you can access all the things related to your idea and themes. You can use different types of texture, different types of the format, different types of the filters. So many have on all softwares have on many options to you. So you can easily use this type of software. And other thing is that when you are just learner, you want to be some creating something your Android phone, or you have a tablet, you want to access there also. So you can easily download this type of apps. This is the apps which is help to creating a digital art. So there is few of the apps related to your digital art. You can easily download and you can easily create your on what works related to for the learners. It's very essential or very easy for you. It's as easy as your other softwares. And now this is the knowledge book, because when we think about the creativity and the artworks which is related to your all the requirement data related to elements, required to principles, required to compositions, required to color schemes, all the knowledge you have to learn from the magazines, the books, and the different types of the artist collections. So you are easily available in these books. There is a available on online. These books and magazines you can easily purchase, and you can go through all the details related to that, and you can start. And now here, why digital art is more essential or more beneficial to you. As you know that that's the one is the NFT. Maybe or some know that, or some know that. Is when we talking about the cryptocurrency. The same is the thing is that CryptoPunks, which is CryptoPunks. You just create your digital artwork, upload, get a space, and the purchase and sale. A number of things happen, and not is only the likes, it's the crores, some crores. Purchase of the same thing in the artwork. This is the CryptoPunks is the new generation artwork platform. So there is a basic structures and functions which are related to digital art. I would like to conclude my session, and thank you so much for giving me such a great opportunity for sharing my thoughts and views related to that. And you're most welcome. If you have any question, any query in your mind, you can ask me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, most welcome. So anyone, if you have any question, any query, you can ask me or you can discuss with me. You're most welcome to all of you.
If anyone wants to ask any question, you're most welcome. Otherwise, we have a question and answer session at the end of the seminar.
Fine.
There is a question in the chat box. Somebody wanted sir to explain the concept and theme of his painting, Origin of New World, in Hindi also. So that was a question. And there's another question which says, when digital art started in India, when was it started in India, and who are the pioneer Indian artists, digital artists? This is in the chat box. You can check that, please.
So the first question is, explain the concept and theme of your painting, Origin of New World, in Hindi also.
Yeah. Okay, so he wants to explain in Hindi also. There is.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So if you're comfortable, you can do it.
Yeah, no issue. We will both are comfortable. Yes. जो आर्टवर्क है हमारी, आप स्पेशली जो मेरे आर्टवर्क देखेंगे तो सभी में एक पर्टिकुलर थीम कनेक्शन है. थीम कनेक्शन मीन्स दो तीन चीज़ें हैं उसमें कनेक्टिंग. एक तो है इन्वायरमेंट से रिलेटेड, सेकेंडरी है सोसाइटी से रिलेटेड, एंड थर्ड है जो टेक्निक्स और टूल्स हमने यूज़ की है. तीनों चीज़ों को कंपाइल करके हमने जो क्रिएट की है वो आपको हर एक पेंटिंग में मेरी सेम चीज़ मिलेगी आपको देखने के लिए. हम कभी ये नहीं कह सकते हैं कि आर्टवर्क, मेरा जो पर्सनल थिंकिंग है दैट इज़ वी आर डूइंग सम आर्टवर्क फॉर रिलेटेड टू एक्सप्रेस आवर थॉट्स एंड कन्वे आवर मैसेज related to society, maybe are related to our on expression or views. So इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम सिर्फ अच्छी चीज़ें ही बनाएं जो सेल हो सके. आई एम वेरी ऑनर्ड दैट कि मेरी एक भी पेंटिंग सेल नहीं हुई अभी तक. But the appreciation I receive and more than 70 to 80 international national award, that is the appreciation received by me. It means कहीं ना कहीं वो कन्वे करती हैं लोगों को अपनी चीज़ों को, आपके प्रॉब्लम्स को, आपके चीज़ों को सोल्यूशन आप तक पहुंचाने के लिए. हमें, मेरा जो कहना है कि हमें जो प्रॉब्लम्स है सोसाइटी में या जो हमें लगता दिखाई देता हमारे सराउंडिंग्स जो है, हम ब्यूटी से बेटर होगा कि हम जो सिंपली समझने के लिए हम समझ सकते हैं कि अगर हम मैकडी जाके बर्गर खा सकते हैं तो हम गरीबों को 2 रोटी या ब्रेड क्यों नहीं दे सकते. सेम थिंग इज दैट कि अगर हम अपनी आर्ट वर्क करते हैं, हम अगर सेल नहीं होता है नथिंग दैट, बट अगर उस पेंटिंग या उसकी मैसेज से हजारों लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, दैट इज ओके. सो ये थे थॉट्स के साथ मेरे सारे काम आपको देखने को मिलेंगे. और जो पहला काम जो आपने देखा है, जो हमने 2018 की जो हमने नेशनल अवार्ड की बात की थी, इसके बारे में आप पूछ रहे थे, वो स्पेशली है कि हम अपने डेवलपमेंट को इतनी फास्टली आगे ले जा रहे हैं कि हम जो हमारा जो कल्चर है, हमारा जो इन्वायरमेंट है, हमारा जो एग्जिस्टेंस है, उसे को ही हम डैमेज कर रहे हैं. नाउ द इन्वायरमेंट एंड ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, इन्वायरमेंट पोल्यूशन, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, एंड द COVID-19 आल्सो द रीजन ऑफ क्रिटिकल थीम्स. सो दिस इज द थीम, बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर. एंड एक क्वेश्चन था कि इंडिया में डिजिटल आर्ट बहुत सारे लोगों ने किया, बट जब हमारे इंडिया में कंप्यूटर आने के बाद से थोड़ी सी काम स्टार्ट हुई, बट 2008 के बाद उसके जो एक्सप्रेशंस हैं या जो उसके आइडेंटिफिकेशन है 2008 के बाद ज़्यादा आए हैं. Yes sir, yes sir, I think.
Can I ask a question?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Mr. Rakesh, I am Professor Zuchi from BBK DAV College, head of the Department of Applied Arts.
Yes sir.
I just heard your lecture. It was very interesting. I have been doing this digital art for the last 1 year. I have a question that when you take some pictures from the net and some animal photographs, some flower photographs, what about the copyright infringement?
Yeah.
How you handle copyright issue?
If you are doing any artworks or any creation and the same way, जैसे आपने कोई पिक्चर कहीं से आपने रिसीव की और एज इट इज आपने यूज की, एज इट इज आपने उसमें कोई क्रिएशन मीन्स उसको कोई भी कहीं भी आपने उसकी आइडेंटिटी को चेंज नहीं किया, जिसका आर्टवर्क है सेम एज इट इज आपने यूज किया, दैट इज अंडर द कॉपीराइट. मे बी समटाइम्स क्या होता है कि हमें बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी मिलते हैं कि हमें मेरे काम को आपने यूज किया है. सो बेटर वे कि हम उसको जितना हो सके फिल्टर करके काम करें या फिर अपनी फोटोग्राफ को क्लिक करने के बाद हम यूज करें.
But if we are using a particular face, so it's a direct copyright infringement.
हाँ, yes. If directly you can use, there is a copyright issue. So it is easy कि आप इमेज को पहले परचेज कर लीजिए, then you are create.
That's right. We have to purchase that first.
Yeah, please.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Because we are authentic and we are something say कि yes, this is my artwork and my creation. So for that we are just first of purchase the digital art and this is the photographs of that. After that,
actually there are so many sites which provide you free copies of these pictures and all that, but still they can challenge you. This is as per law. As per law.
Yeah. Because that type of the images, the quality are very less than that because we are using in 4, 5, and 6 feet paintings. So there is we have a more resolution images. So when we are purchase these images, there is okay.
Right.
And for copywriting, we are also there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Yeah. Yeah, great, ma'am. You can start in our next session. We can discuss in questionnaire in last session.
I think we can have a detailed question answer session once we are done with the second talk also.
Yeah, fine. This is okay.
Yes. Kiran ma'am, you can proceed with the second resource person, please.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Thank you so much, Mr. Rakesh Chaudhary, sir. That was a really wonderful presentation. Your artworks are really inspirational for all of us. You have very well explained the digital art concept with minute details. The detailed description is really helpful to all the artists. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, now we are continuing with our second technical session. Now I would like to invite our second resource person of the day, Mr. Nitin Kumar Mengi, a professionally acclaimed digital photo artist from Chandigarh. He is presently working as assistant professor at University Institute of Media Studies, Chandigarh University, Mohali, Punjab. He is having an experience of 12 years in academics and industry. He is a graduate from one of the premier art institutions in India, Government College of Art, Chandigarh, in graphics, printmaking and photography technique. He is also having a master's degree in journalism and mass communication. He has specialized in various domains of photography and visual communication with industrial proficiency. He was honored with Punjab Lalit Kala Academy State Award in 2011 for his work in fine art photography. He was also certified by Google India as an assistant director from Google's India in a day short film contest with famous Bollywood director Mr. Anurag Kashyap. Some collection of his works are in Germany, Austria, and India. He also receives 2-time Best Teacher Award by Chandigarh University. His major area of expertise is photography, digital manipulation, and visual communication. He is having excellent skills in designing, which makes him a perfect academician and artist. He has done various projects for Government of Punjab, PGIMER, Chandigarh, and other commercial projects for industry in digital communication and photography also. So without taking much more time, I would like to call Mr. Nitin Kumar Mengi to present his talk on today's topic. Over to you, sir. Sir, your mic is off. Nitin sir, can you turn on your mic, please? I think there is some technical issue.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. So, very good morning to all present here. And first of all, I congratulate and I really congratulate to the team of Dr. Sunita, Professor Sunita, Madam, Principal Ma'am, and Madam Santosh, HOD Fine Arts, and Madam Kiran, and for gathering us here for this, astonishing topic of digital art and intangible cultural heritage. I'll use English and Hindi both because I've seen the comments also that there are some participants who want to communicate in the Hindi also. So if I'm allowed to do the same, kindly allow, ma'am.
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Professor Chaudhary explains there are a lot of techniques of digital art in the previous session. So I'm not going to touch all those things as we have already discussed. And I'm very fortunate and very happy that there are some senior professors also part of this seminar, and some of those are my teachers also. And my pranam to all those my teachers. Dr. JP Singh, I've learned photography from him in College of Art. So, see, first of all, we have to understand what exactly is all about culture, right? Our heritage, our culture. ये कल्चर और ये हेरिटेज ये होता क्या है, हमें सबसे पहले इसको समझना है. देन डिजिटल आर्ट इज अगेन अनदर फॉर्म ऑफ आर्ट, राइट? जैसे प्रोफेसर चौधरी ने भी अभी बताया, आई एम अ फोटोग्राफर, राइट? एंड beyond that, I can say I'm a photo artist, right? Because everybody is a photographer these days, as you are having this device in your hand, right? So look at the mobile phone advertisement these days from almost last 10 years. They are selling their mobile phone because of one thing, that is camera, right? You all have camera in your hand. That means you are already a digital photographer and a digital artist. The only thing is you have to know that how to use it, right? एंड अगर हम इसको कल्चर के साथ रिलेट करें तो मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि कल्चर एक्चुअली होता क्या है, वो चीजें जो शायद हम भूल चुके हैं. I belong from Punjab and very fortunate that I'm basically a performing artist and a visual artist also. I performed in Bhangra. I represented Chandigarh in various platforms and Pakistani folk dance, Luddi, and I'm a stage lover, right? So that is related to the performing art, and I'm passed out from College of Art, and I'm a graphic artist, printmaking artist, and a visual communicator, as I'm part of media studies also. So you have to understand first of all that what exactly is culture and what exactly is the heritage. Heritage, अगर हम पंजाब की बात करें, हम हरियाणा की बात करें, you just ask a youth कि क्या आपको बुलेट और कनाडा पीआर के अलावा कोई अपने कल्चर हेरिटेज के बारे में पता है? हम पंजाबी फोक डांस भंगड़ा की हम बात करते हैं, राइट? हमें ये पता है कि पंजाब का एक फोक डांस है, वो भंगड़ा है, लेकिन वो पंजाब का एक फोक डांस नहीं है, वो पंजाब का एक जनरल डांस है जो पंजाब के अलग अलग छोटे छोटे फोक्स को मिला के प्रेजेंट किया गया, राइट? सो एक यूथ को उस तरीके वहां तक पहुंचाने के लिए एक आर्टिस्ट की जरूरत है. एक आर्टिस्ट क्यों? एक आर्टिस्ट जो होता है वो स्टोरी टेलर भी होता है. वी आर स्टोरी टेलर्स, एंड इफ यू आर हैविंग दैट काइंड ऑफ कमांड इन योर स्टोरी टेलिंग, if you are having that kind of command in your way of presenting the things or way of giving your knowledge to the others, drawing को इतनी तवज्जो क्यों दी जाती है? Today we are having communication, today we are having language, we can talk with each other, English, Hindi, Punjabi, there are so and so, but when human, हमने ये पढ़ा भी है, जब इंसान के पास लैंग्वेज नहीं थी तो वो अपनी बात दूसरे तक कैसे पहुंचाता था? with the help of drawing और विद द हेल्प ऑफ एक्सप्रेशंस, राइट? जिसे हम आजकल एनिमेशन में स्टोरी बोर्डिंग भी बोलते हैं. केव पेंटिंग्स एक्चुअली क्या थी? केव पेंटिंग्स एक्चुअली एक स्टोरी बोर्डिंग थी जिसमें दिखाया गया था कि मैं क्या चाहता हूँ या मेरा प्रोसेस क्या है, मेरे दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, राइट? सो इसी तरीके से हमें डिजिटल आर्ट को कैसे अपने कल्चर के साथ इंटीग्रेट करना है. हम मोबाइल फोन की बात करते हैं. मोबाइल फोन में आजकल आपके पास इंटरनेट है. एक 2 साल का 3 साल का बच्चा छोटा भीम देखता है. अब भीम कौन है? भीम एक माइथोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर है जिसे एक सुपर हीरो के रूप में प्रेजेंट किया गया छोटे बच्चों को लेके. अब छोटे बच्चे उसे आकर्षित होते हैं, राइट? सो आप किसी भी छोटे बच्चे को आप कैरेक्टर देखिए, उनसे पूछिए वो छोटे भीम को लाइक करेंगे या उनके अपने अपने कैरेक्टर्स हैं, उनकी लाइकिंग्स हैं, डिसलाइकिंग्स हैं. तो ये एस्थेटिकल वैल्यूज जो हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिजिटल आर्ट वी आर ऑलरेडी गिविंग टू देम, right? The only thing is that first of all we have to understand the heritage, we have to understand the culture. Digital art का एक one of the best example है film making, right? जो आज से नहीं, जो अभी से नहीं. अभी किसी ने क्वेश्चन किया डिजिटल आर्ट कब से शुरू हुई? डिजिटल आर्ट मेरा तो ये मानना है कि जब एज एन फोटोग्राफर डिजिटल आर्ट तभी शुरू हो गई थी जब फोटोग्राफी आई. डिजिटल आर्ट तभी शुरू हो गई थी जब फिल्म मेकिंग शुरू हुई. I was very fortunate. Yesterday, I've seen Rajamouli's new film RRR. Now, these two films of Rajamouli from South India, Bahubali and RRR, they are the perfect example of how a digital art, how a VFX और किस तरीके से उसने इंटीग्रेट करके एक कल्चरल हेरिटेज को, इंटेंजिबल हेरिटेज को प्रेजेंट किया. एक कैरेक्टर जो एक गोंडा साम्राज्य, एक गोंडा कम्युनिटी जो एक ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी है, ओके, इट कम्स फ्रॉम अ ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी, एंड हाउ ही एक्चुअली इंटीग्रेट विद द कैरेक्टराइजेशन. किस तरीके से उस कैरेक्टर को विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिजिटल आर्ट में, जस्ट लाइक प्रोफेसर चौधरी सेड, there are a lot of other things. I'm just talking about filmmaking, VFX, motion graphics, right? Matte painting, how the matte painting have been used to create the fantasy scenes for Bahubali, even for a lot of other films also. So you have to understand that what exactly is the culture, what exactly is the heritage, and what exactly is the digital art. I can, if I'm happy, I can draw with the help of a pen or a pencil, right? I can, dance to show that I'm happy, to show that I'm with the help of performing art. And on the other format, where the digital art can be, taken into consideration, you are having certain gadgets, you have certain devices to show that what are the different things you can use for the, digital art. Now, for example, I'm damn sure 99.9% those who are sitting here, they don't even know you are having a pro mode available in your mobile phone. Okay, and that pro mode is used for manual photography, which is actually comes with the DSLR. Okay, I bought DSLR after consulting with Dr. Jogendra Pal Singh in 2006 of approximately rupees 1 lakh. Okay, but now in 15,000 rupees mobile phone, they are giving you this opportunity to work in the technical form. You have to be technically strong if you want to be work in the digital art form, right? And if you are not technically strong, you may not be very successful in the form of digital art, because digital art is all about the technique, the new techniques, the new inventions, the new softwares, the new hardwares. Okay, so you have to understand, you have to know that why we use grid lines in mobile phone. You should know why is the use of pro mode available in your mobile phone, how the background can blur. पैंडेमिक ने एक चीज बहुत अच्छी की, पैंडेमिक की जो बेस्ट चीज है, हमारी जो एजुकेशन है, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज ऑनलाइन नाउ, जो शायद आने वाले 20 साल तक नहीं हो सकता था अगर ये पैंडेमिक ना आता. अगर आप इसका एक पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट देखें, राइट, एक आइडिया की एक एड आती थी अभिषेक बच्चन के साथ, व्हाट एन आइडिया सर जी, जिसमें कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर था, बिकॉज देयर आर सम people, there are some students, those who cannot go to school, और वो स्कूल नहीं जा सकते थे क्योंकि उनके पास जाने के लिए साधन नहीं था. तो वहां पर एक छोटा सा मोबाइल फोन वहां पर हैंग करके एक क्लास जो है वो बच्चे बैठ के सुन रहे हैं. दैट इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ डिजिटल लर्निंग. ओके, एंड दीज डेज यू ऑल आर लर्निंग डिजिटली वेर एवर यू आर, एंड ये पैंडेमिक की बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी हमें जो मिली है और हमने अडॉप्ट की है. नाउ as an storyteller, I think most of the people sitting here, they belongs to a digital platform, and they belongs to fine arts or some other form of art, maybe, or maybe not. But this is your this is your duty. First of all, you have to understand what exactly is the heritage and what exactly is the culture. हमारी जो परंपरा है, हमारी भारतीय सभ्यता है. अभी मैं कुछ दिन पहले पढ़ रहा था कि दुर्गा पूजा को यूनेस्को ने अपने लिस्ट में शामिल कर लिया है, इंटेंजिबल जो आर्ट है, राइट. अब वो जो इंडियन जो सभ्यता है हमारी, वो पूरी दुनिया उसको अडैप्ट करती है, पूरी दुनिया उसकी तरफ देखती है, उससे सीखती है. हमारे जितने भी ये माइथोलॉजिकल जितने भी ये ग्रंथ, महाभारत, रामायण, ये इनको रचा इसीलिए गया था, इनको जानने के लिए. पैंडेमिक में रामायण डीडी नेशनल पे सबसे ज्यादा देखा गया सीरियल था. लोग उसे देखना चाहते हैं. रात को 11 बजे का एक राजा मौली का एक फिल्म का एक शो जो टोटली बेस्ड है प्री इंडिपेंडेंस एरा पे, जो टोटली बेस्ड है जो प्री हमारा जो कल्चर था, जिसमें जहां से कोई ट्राइबल उठ के एक सुपर हीरो बन जाता है, और बाय द क्लाइमेक्स जो दूसरा हीरो होता है वो भी एक भगवान राम का रूप ले लेता है. तो दैट इज ऑल रिलेटेड टू द कल्चर, that is all related to the heritage. Okay, and with the help of the motion graphics, matte painting, animation, VFX, लोग क्यों देखना चाहते हैं? लोग इसीलिए देखना चाहते हैं. लोग वहां पर सिर्फ और सिर्फ फोटो खिंचवाने के लिए नहीं गए हैं. लोग वहां पर एक नई स्टोरी देखने के लिए जा रहे हैं. एक नया एक एरा है. कई सारी मूवीज हैं. अभी आप गंगूबाई देखिए, कश्मीर फाइल्स के ऊपर भी बात हो रही है. लेकिन अगर आप पीस ऑफ एन आर्ट देखिए ना, आप कंटेंट को छोड़ दीजिए, एक पीस ऑफ आर्ट देखिए कि किस तरीके से उस डायरेक्टर ने, उस सिनेमाटोग्राफर ने, उस डायरेक्टर ऑफ फोटोग्राफी ने जो वो दिखाना चाहते हैं उसको दिखाया है, राइट. और वो डिजिटल फॉर्म में है, और वो डिजिटल फॉर्म में इसलिए है क्योंकि हमारी जो ये जनरेशन है ये डिजिटल फॉर्म को ऑलरेडी अडॉप्ट कर चुकी है. हमारे हाथ में मोबाइल फोन तब आया था शायद जब हम कॉलेज से पास आउट होने वाले थे, लेकिन आज 2 साल के बच्चे के पास मोबाइल फोन है. उसे पता है कि उसको यूट्यूब कहाँ से चलाना है, और YouTube एक प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पर आप अपने सारी चीजों को देख सकते हो. सारी चीजें आपके पास ऑलरेडी हैं. इस सेशन का भी लाइव YouTube पे चल रहा है. जो बच्चे यूट्यूब पे भी देख रहे होंगे, जो लोग यूट्यूब पे भी जुड़े होंगे, राइट? तो ये सारी चीजें आपके पास ऑलरेडी हैं. The only thing is that you have to understand what exactly you have to show to the people. And related to this topic, digital media and intangible cultural heritage, डिजिटल मीडिया के बहुत सारे मायने हैं. डिजिटल मीडिया सिर्फ और सिर्फ फोटोग्राफी तक सीमित नहीं है. डिजिटल मीडिया सिर्फ और सिर्फ फिल्म मेकिंग तक सीमित नहीं है, सिर्फ और सिर्फ एनिमेशन तक सीमित नहीं है. एवरीथिंग इज डिजिटल नाउ. एवरीथिंग इज डिजिटल नाउ. ओके, द ओनली थिंग इज दैट यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट योरसेल्फ इनटू डिजिटल. हमारी जो जनरेशन है, हमारे जो प्रोफेसर लोग हैं, हमने वो ट्रांजिशन टाइम देखा है. एक नॉर्मल एनालॉग कैमरा, एक नॉर्मल एनालॉग मोबाइल फोन से वी आर कन्वर्टिंग टू दी एंड्रॉयड मोबाइल फोन्स. ओके, जहां हमारे पास आज 5G नेटवर्क है, हमारे पास सिस्टम है, हम कुछ भी शेयर कर सकते हैं, हम लाइव बात कर रहे हैं, एक वीडियो कॉलिंग पे बात कर रहे हैं. ये ट्रांजिशन हमने देखा है. नाउ दिस इज ऑल डिजिटल. एंड दी कल्चरल हेरिटेज, अगर हम एक क्लासरूम की बात करें, क्लासरूम का जो ट्रेडिशनल पैटर्न है टीचिंग का, दैट इज टोटली चेंज नाउ. पहले क्या होता था? पहले एक व्हाइट बोर्ड, एक ब्लैक बोर्ड के ऊपर एक टीचर लिखता था और उससे बच्चे पढ़ते थे. नाउ आज हम हमारे जो आप सोसाइटी में देखेंगे, इवन पेरेंट्स दे वांट स्मार्ट क्लासरूम्स. व्हाई दे वांट स्मार्ट क्लासरूम्स? कि मेरा जो स्टूडेंट है, मेरा जो बच्चा है, वो स्मार्ट क्लासरूम में जाके पढ़े. वो इसलिए ताकि उसको डिजिटली अपने आप को अडॉप्ट करने में दिक्कत ना हो. एंड डिजिटल आर्ट के कई सारे जो मायने, आपके इवन मोबाइल फोन में देयर आर लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शन, लॉट ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस अवेलेबल ऑन iTunes and Google Play Store, through which you can create a digital painting. Okay, if you don't have a high resolution system with you, if you don't have a high resolution camera with you, but you are having an option in your mobile phone in which you can create a poster, in which you can create a digital piece of an art, right? So you need not to have a heavy configuration system for the same. It's all about what exactly you want to show and how you can show with the help of the available resources, right? Now the second thing is, हम एक कैरेक्टर की बात करते हैं कि किस तरीके से एक डिजिटल आर्ट या एक डिजिटल आर्टिस्ट हमारे हेरिटेज को बचाने में, इंटीग्रेट करने, अगर हम इनको इंटीग्रेट करें, कैसे हेल्प कर सकता है. आज आप एक बच्चे को अगर एक कोई कार्टून दिखाएंगे, राइट, आप उसे एक क्लासरूम में लेके जाएंगे. आप अभी मैं विजुअल कम्युनिकेशन के ऊपर मेरा एक लेक्चर था. नाउ विजुअल कम्युनिकेशन इज वन ऑफ द मेजर पार्ट, इज प्लेइंग मेजर पार्ट इन दिस पैंडेमिक, राइट? Nobody wants to listen half an hour or 2 hours lecture, right? Nobody wants to listen. आप वो सिर्फ एक क्रक्स चाहते हैं. जो लर्नर्स है, they just want a crux, that what exactly that person is want to say. Okay, अगर मुझे फोटोग्राफी के बारे में सीखना है, मुझे जानना है कि फोटोग्राफी क्या होती है, मुझे जानना है what exactly is not me, I should have that kind of an animation of 3 or 4 minutes video and you can go with it. There are endless tutorials available on different genres, photography, animation, digital painting, endless tutorials available for the same. And that is actually visual communication. Okay, visually जो आपको communicate करे, visually जो आपको, जिसे आप understand कर सकें अपनी learning को, कि आप learn क्या करना चाहते हैं. And photography. थोड़ा सा हम photography के बारे में discuss करते हैं. See, photography can play a very vital role, in this digital era. Okay, as I said, you are having mobile phone with you, you are clicking group selfies. Apart from that, what else you click? Apart from group selfies, apart from selfies, what else you click? Apart from your social media sites, you are clicking and uploading over there. Apart from that, what else you are clicking? So photography, first of all, you have to understand photography. That what exactly is the photography? Photography is one of the aspect, or one of the part, or one of the sister of digital art, right? You can say this. It is all about storytelling in a single frame. Frame is a combination of 4 lines in which you set your composition, right? And there are endless photographs, thousands, millions photographs. It's clicking every day, day and day. Every mobile phone company, they are trying to give you the best mobile phone camera quality. The reason behind, just like journalism, right? These days, mobile journalism came out. Mobile journalism. Now, what exactly is mobile journalism? Mobile journalism is all about storytelling. right? It's a way of storytelling. Wherever you are, if you want to report something, you can show with the help of mobile phone. I know, मैंने ओलंपिक्स अभी जो लेटेस्ट जब ये ओलंपिक्स हुए, आज तक का एक यूट्यूब पे एक रिपोर्टर है जो स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट है, उसने पूरी की पूरी जो रिपोर्टिंग है उसने मोबाइल फोन से की, राइट? नाउ फॉर दैट यू हैव टू बी टेक्निकली साउंड, बट you need not to be technically sound. You know how to handle a mobile phone. You know what exactly the amount of light you want. You know what exactly the framing. You know what exactly is the technicalities, other technicalities. But all you need is your content, first of all. And content is the king. Okay? Content is the king. Why the pictures of Rajamouli is, making 1,000 crores, 800 crores, right? The only thing is that content. Okay? If you are having a good content, एंड ये जो हम डिजिटल आर्ट की बात करते हैं ना, इट इज ऑल अबाउट कंटेंट, नथिंग एल्स. ये कैरिकेचर्स, कार्टून्स, ठीक है. अभी प्रोफेसर संदीप जी ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि कॉपीराइट का इशू जो होता है वो क्यों आता है या आ सकता है, नहीं आ सकता, और प्रोफेसर चौधरी ने बड़ा अच्छा उसका आंसर किया था, आई थिंक. ओके, सो डिजिटल आर्ट का ना, देखिए सबसे पहले तो अगर कोई ट्रू आर्टिस्ट है वो कभी किसी का आर्ट वर्क कॉपी नहीं करेगा, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, यू हैव टू बाइफरकेट दैट यू आर क्रिएटिंग एन आर्ट फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस और योर पर्सनल पर्पस, राइट? आप क्या उस आर्ट को कमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए लेके जा रहे हैं? अगर आप कमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए लेके जा रहे हैं, यू हैव टू गिव क्रेडिट टू देम. ओके, जस्ट लाइक फिल्म मेकर्स डू, राइट? जस्ट लाइक साउंड आर्टिस्ट डू, दे गिव क्रेडिट टू देम. Otherwise, if you are doing it for your personal purpose or you are taking reference for the same from that artwork, उसमें कोई गुनाह नहीं है, कोई गलती नहीं है. अगर आप उसका एक अदर एस्पेक्ट देखें तो वो आर्टिस्ट इस तरह से भी खुश हो सकता है कि मेरे आर्टवर्क से कोई इतना इनकरेज हो रहा है कि वो अपने आर्टवर्क में मेरे आर्टवर्क को इंक्लूड कर रहा है, राइट? मेरा एक रिसर्च पेपर अभी एक पब्लिश हुआ था लास्ट ईयर 2021 में पलार्च जर्नल ऑफ इजिप्ट में. तो वो उसका सर जो टॉपिक था वो यही था कि किस तरीके से आप रेफरेंस लेके अपना आर्टवर्क को अपना आर्टवर्क बना सकते हो. आई विल शेयर द लिंक इफ आई एम अलाउड टू द सेम. आई विल शेयर द लिंक विद द माय टीम, द टीम ऑफ द कॉलेज. सो ये आपके ऊपर है कि आपने किसी का रेफरेंस कितना लिया. डिजिटल आर्ट ज़्यादा सबसे पहले लोग उसे कॉपी करते हैं. डिजिटल आर्ट इज ऑलवेज कॉपी. अगर मुझे एक पोर्ट्रेट बनाना है तो मैं एक इमेज उठाऊंगा, गूगल पे लेके जाऊंगा उसको, और मैं अपना एक सॉफ्टवेयर खोलूंगा और मैं उसके ऊपर पेंट करना शुरू कर दूंगा, राइट? या मैं इतना एक परफेक्ट डिजिटल आर्टिस्ट हूँ कि मैं डायरेक्ट पेंट करता हूँ, लेकिन उसके लिए अगेन यू हैव टू बी टेक्निकली वेरी स्ट्रांग. इफ यू आर अ गुड पेंटर यू कैन डू पेंट इन एनी platform, on canvas, on paper, on digital frame. Similarly, that is why I was saying, if you are a good communicator, if you are good a storyteller, if you are very technically very strong, अगर आप फोटोग्राफी करना चाहते हैं या डिजिटल मैनिपुलेशन में जाना चाहते हैं, तो अगर आप बहुत स्ट्रांग है वो तभी आप कर पाएंगे. टेक्निकली डिजिटल आर्ट के लिए आपको स्ट्रांग होना सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है. बाकी कल्चर और हेरिटेज, हम बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं हमें कल्चर को बचाना है, हम बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं हमें हेरिटेज को बचाना है. लेकिन कैसे बचाना है, क्यों बचाना है? वो इसलिए बचाना है कि वो हमारी धरोहर है, हमारी जड़ें, हमारी शाखाएं हमारे कल्चर के साथ जुड़ी. हमें आज तक सिखाया जाता है घर पे. ये तो इंटेंजिबल जो कल्चर हेरिटेज, ये एक बहुत वास्ट एरिया है. अगर मैं हम कॉमन मैन की बात करें ना, एक कॉमन घर की अपने एक घर की बात करें, हमारे घर में हमें शुरू से ही बच्चा जब बड़ा होता है, ग्रो होता है, नर्चर किया जाता है उसको, तो एक संस्कार उसको दिए जाते हैं कि आपको बड़ों की रिस्पेक्ट करनी है, उनके पैर छूने हैं, राइट? कोई आपके सामने बड़ा खड़ा हो और आप बैठे हो तो आपको इज्जत देनी है, आप उनको बैठने के लिए बोलना है. ये वो कल्चर हेरिटेज है जो आज शायद खत्म होते जा रहे हैं. मोबाइल फोन का एक नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट ये भी है, बिकॉज सब कुछ डिजिटल है, डिजिटल गेमिंग भी डिजिटल है, तो बच्चे बाहर जाना पसंद नहीं करते हैं, बाहर खेलना पसंद नहीं करते हैं. तो वो भी तो हमारा कल्चर था ना, वो भी तो हमारा एक ऐसा एक दायरा था जिसमें बच्चे बाहर जाके क्रिकेट खेलते थे. और वो एक गेम आती थी गर्ल्स की, वो स्टापू खेलते थे, राइट? और वो कुछ गीटे खेलते थे, जो हम पंजाबी में इनको बोलते हैं, गीटे खेलते थे छोटे छोटे पेबल्स के साथ, स्टोन्स के साथ. तो वो गेम्स आज कहाँ गई? वो भी तो हमारा कल्चर था. तो बीइंग एन आर्टिस्ट दिस इज आवर ड्यूटी आल्सो, राइट। एक आर्टिस्ट जो है वो सिर्फ अपने लिए काम नहीं करता, एक के लिए काम करता है, वो सोसाइटी से देख के वहां से सीखता है और उन्हीं को वापस कर देता है, उसका अपना कुछ नहीं। ओके, बट द ओनली थिंग इज दैट कि अब देर आर लॉट ऑफ अदर प्लेटफॉर्म्स जिसमें वो आर्टिस्ट काम कर सकता है। तो ये जो कल्चरल इंटीग्रेशन की हम बात करते हैं, कल्चरल हेरिटेज की बात करते हैं, आई एम इन चंडीगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी एंड देर आर वेरी मेगा फेस्ट इज गोइंग ऑन, चंडीगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी कल्चरल फेस्ट। ऑलमोस्ट 50 कंट्रीज के कुछ पार्टिसिपेंट्स आए हुए हैं, फ्रॉम ऑल इंडिया स्टेट से बच्चे आए हुए हैं। सो मैं कल कुछ परफॉर्मेंसेज देख रहा था। अब बिहू की एक परफॉर्मेंस मैंने कल देखी, बिहू इज फ्रॉम असम, राइट, एंड पंजाब का एक हमारा जो डांस था भंगड़ा, उसे भी हमने देखा। लोग बिहू को उतना एंजॉय नहीं कर रहे थे, लेकिन पंजाब को बहुत ज्यादा, जो उनका जो भंगड़ा था उसको बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे थे। ऐसा नहीं है कि क्राउड पंजाबी बैठा था, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट। द ओनली थिंग इज दैट जो लोग पंजाब के जो डांस को जानते हैं, उन्हें समझते हैं या एंजॉय करते हैं, उस बीट को एंजॉय करते हैं। लेकिन बिहू वो एक अलग कल्चर है, राइट, उसके बारे में लोगों को ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है। तो वो नॉलेज कौन देगा? वो नॉलेज एक आर्टिस्ट ही देगा, राइट। अब वो नॉलेज देने के कई सारे तरीके हैं, आप परफॉर्म करके दें, आप डिजिटली दें। मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिया था छोटा भीम का, कृष्णा, जिनके कैरेक्टर्स, एनिमेटेड कैरेक्टर्स यूट्यूब पे डाले गए, इनके कार्टून्स निकाले गए, राइट, इनकी एनिमेशन निकालेगी, और बच्चे जो है वो लिटिल कृष्णा के बारे में जानते हैं। अगर आप उन्हें महाभारत का टीवी सीरियल ऑन करके बताएंगे कि ये कृष्णा है, जो एक्चुअल कृष्णा जिसने रोल प्ले किया था, दे डोंट नो, इवन दे डोंट इवन रिलेट कि ये वो कृष्णा नहीं है। तो एक आर्टिस्ट होने के नाते हमारा एक कर्तव्य ये भी बनता है कि हम क्या दिखा रहे हैं बच्चों को, हम क्या दिखा रहे हैं उस यूथ को जो आज से 10 साल 15 साल बाद हमारी जगह पे होगा, जिसे पता ही नहीं होगा कि हमारा कल्चर क्या है। एवरी स्टेट इज हैविंग ओन कल्चर, हर स्टेट का अपना कल्चर है। हरियाणा में मैं सुन रहा था कुछ जनियम कुछ सॉन्ग करके जो एक ग्रुप सॉन्ग है, और वो ट्राइबल एरियाज में, हरियाणा के ट्राइबल एरियाज में शायद गाया जाता है, जिसके बारे में हरियाणा के लोगों को पता नहीं है। सिमिलरली पंजाब के लोगों को भी कुछ नहीं पता। वो इसलिए नहीं पता क्योंकि हम इनसे दूर होते जा रहे हैं। हमने डिजिटल एनवायरनमेंट को अडेप्ट तो किया, हमने अपने आप को इंडल्ज भी किया, और बहुत फास्टली किया, और ये इससे ज़्यादा फास्ट हो जाएगा, और आने वाले 5 साल में और तेज़ी हो जाएगी। अभी 5G आ रहा है, राइट, और हमें सब कुछ बहुत जल्दी चाहिए। ये सारी चीज़ें ना बहुत जल्दी हो जाएंगी। बट क्या उस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म को हम एज एन आर्टिस्ट हम लोगों ने अडॉप्ट किया? और अगर हम एज एन आर्टिस्ट हम लोगों ने उसको अडॉप्ट किया, तो कौन कौन सी वो प्लेटफॉर्म्स है जिस पे हम अपना डिजिटल आर्ट हम लेके जा सकते हैं? क्या वो डिजिटल पेंटिंग है? क्या वो फोटोग्राफी है? राइट, जैसे मैंने पहले बोला, ये फोटोग्राफी, रेडियो, ये आज के ज़माने में इनको डिजिटल बोला जाता है, लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से तो ये डिजिटल तभी थे जब हमारे पास टीवी नहीं होते थे, और हमने ये सब चीज़ें देखी हैं। हमारे पास टीवी नहीं होते थे और लोग आसपास बैठ जाते थे रेडियो सुनने के लिए, तो जो फ्रिक्वेंसी जो आती थी, रेडियो की फ्रिक्वेंसी सेट की जाती थी उसके अकॉर्डिंगली, और उन दोनों को जब वो लिंक होता था और अब उसके बाद रेडियो पे साउंड आता था, तो वो दैट वाज इवन डिजिटल, राइट, वो भी डिजिटल था। और ये जो फोटोग्राफी जब 1826 में शुरू हुई, सर विलियम्स जोसेफ नाइफोर जो एक प्रिंट मेकर थे, उन्होंने विद द हेल्प ऑफ हीलियोग्राफी ये प्रिंट मेकिंग शुरू की। दैट वाज आल्सो डिजिटल। ओके, वो उस जमाने का डिजिटल था, लेकिन आज हम उसे डिजिटल नहीं मानते, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट टाइम इट वाज वेरी टफ एंड वेरी टेक्निकली, बहुत ज़्यादा मैकेनिकली इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। लेकिन आज जस्ट टैप ऑन योर मोबाइल फोन एंड यू गेट अ इमेज, just do Control P and you get a print. I'm a student of print making. I know how to do a manual print making. It was very, very tough. It's a very lengthy process. But now you all are having digital printers with you. Just do Control P on your desktop screen and you get a print out of that. Okay. So ease of doing business is doesn't mean that आप उसे negative way में integrate करेंगे। हमें उसको इंटीग्रेट भी करना है, हमें उसको समझना भी है, और कल्चर को भी साथ लेके चलना है। कल्चर के लिए हम लोग, एक चीज़ हम लोगों में जो एक शायद मुझे लगता है बीइंग एन आर्टिस्ट हमें जो चीज़ इम्प्रूव करनी चाहिए, हमें ना सुनने और पढ़ने की आदत नहीं है। वी डोंट लिसन, वी डोंट रीड, राइट। मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भी ये बोलता हूँ क्या आप अपडेट रखते हैं अपने आप को? आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू इन द मॉर्निंग रीड न्यूज़पेपर. प्रोफेसर संदीप मुझे नजर आ रहे हैं. सर हमारे टाइम पे जब तक अखबार नहीं आती थी हमें न्यूज़ नहीं मिलती थी.
This was my first job to read the newspaper in the morning. My day
Exactly,
used
sir.
to start with that only. And till
Exactly.
date I do that.
Exactly. And this is the problem with the youth, right? हमारे पास तो आज ऐसे मोबाइल फोन में सारी डिजिटल एप्लीकेशंस हैं. You just need to download the application of दैनिक भास्कर and you will get a e-paper and in the very early in the morning. तो आप उठते ही सबसे पहले फेसबुक और ये यूट्यूब या इंस्टाग्राम देखने से पहले अगर आप न्यूज़ देख लेंगे तो आपको नॉलेज मिलेगी. तो कोई भी जो नॉलेज है ना, कोई भी चीज़ जो है, कोई भी कल्चर है, वो नॉलेज से ही उत्पन्न होता है. उसकी स्टार्टिंग ही नॉलेज से होती है, राइट? आज हम जो सीखेंगे आज से 20 साल बाद वो हमारा कल्चर होगा, आज से 20 साल बाद वो हमारा हेरिटेज होगा, राइट? तो हम आने वाले 20 साल में अगले यूथ को हम क्या देना चाहते हैं? तो दैट इज इन आवर हैंड्स. एंड यू आर हैविंग, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यू आर हैविंग endless opportunities waiting for you. You just need to adapt, right? So digital art is one of the promising art these days developing. मुझे याद है हमें कॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट में हमें सिखाया नहीं गया डिजिटल आर्ट. हमें कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन डिजिटल आर्ट नहीं सिखाता. लेकिन हाँ, अभी डिजिटल आर्ट को भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है और इसे भी सीखने की होड़ मची है. लोग इसे सीखना चाहते हैं क्योंकि ये जितना इसको सीखना इजी है उतना इसको एग्जीक्यूट करना भी इजी है, उतना इसको स्प्रेड करना भी इजी है. जस्ट लाइक यू आर शेयरिंग द इमेजेस, यू आर हैविंग फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एप्लीकेशंस, सोशल नेटवर्किंग साइट्स, इंस्टाग्राम, YouTube, you are having Facebook. Similarly, if you want to promote your art, you are having other digital platforms in which you can share your portfolio. You can see my portfolio on Behance. If I'm allowed to do, I can share my screen and show you the same.
Yes, sir, of course.
I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Right. Ma'am, is my portfolio is visible to you? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now this is Behance. Okay. Now those who are doing designing and commercial art, they do know about Behance. It is actually a free of cost, site or a portfolio site which is given to the creative people. These are some of my commercial and artistic, personal artworks. I've done some of shoots for Nika also, and you can see Nitin Mengi on Behance. You can search on that. I want to show some of the images which is digitally manipulated, and right now I'm working on a topic that is dreams. Right now, this is the image, right? So what exactly is this? This is all about photography. Now again I go to Professor Sandeep. Sir, अब इसमें ना मुझे कोई चैलेंज नहीं कर सकता कॉपीराइट के लिए. The reason behind this tree is actually clicked by me in Jaisalmer, and this girl, this model is also shooted by me in one of my studio, right? And I have converted two different images. Now this images is shooted for some commercial purpose, right? And that tree is actually a landscape. I have cropped that the some part of it, and I converted into a third composition, the different piece of art. So अगर मुझे पता है कि मुझे मेरा थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है, मैं दिखाना क्या चाह रहा हूँ, और मैं इतना परिपक्व हूँ, मैं इतना स्ट्रांग हूँ, मैं उसको दिखा सकता हूँ, मैं उसको इंटीग्रेट कर सकता हूँ, मैं उसे मर्ज कर सकता हूँ, मैं मैनिपुलेट कर सकता हूँ. नोबडी विल चैलेंज. लाइकिंग डिसलाइकिंग आर द पार्ट ऑफ इट. हो सकता है किसी को वो पसंद आए, हो सकता है वो किसी को पसंद ना आए. ओके, एवरी काइंड ऑफ ऑडियंस इज अवेलेबल इन मार्केट. आपको हर तरीके की आपको ऑडियंस मिलेगी. तो सिमिलरली मैंने कुछ एक पोर्ट्रेट के ऊपर मैंने काम शुरू किया था. These are some of my photograph artwork. Now this is again digitally manipulated, right? Why I'm showing you this? How you can use this digital, applications, softwares to showcase your skills, to showcase your, thought process. शायद इसको मैं ऑयल पेंटिंग में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकता था. Okay, now this is a simple classic portrait, a black and white portrait clicked in a studio, and these lines, this is basically a web. I have clicked the image of a web and I have merged two images and converted into the third one, right? So this is basically, I'm having one more image of this girl. Now let me show you this one also. I hope it is visible. Right. So with the help of digital applications, digital theme mediums, you can create, you can do the wonders. Okay. And again, if I went to, this is all digital art, we have already discussed a lot on digital art. And if you want to integrate digital art into the cultural heritage, my theme is not heritage actually. My the theme of work is not heritage, but maybe later on I'll start working on this, because मैंने एक कल performance देखा जिसमें different जो instruments है पंजाब के वो बजाए गए. So हो सकता है मेरी जो अगली जो मेरी थीम होगी वो मैं उससे रिलेट करके मैं कुछ आर्ट पीसेस में बनाऊं इन डिजिटल और विद द हेल्प ऑफ फोटोग्राफी. ओके, सो अगर आपको डिजिटल आर्ट की सेंस है, अगर आपको डिजिटल नॉलेज है, अगर आपको एस्थेटिकल नॉलेज है, आई होप कि एस्थेटिक्स के बारे में आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा.
I think our resource person have some technical issue.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I was disconnected. This is also एक डिजिटल होने में एक थोड़ा सा एक ये खतरा भी है कि अगर आप गलती से कुछ क्रॉस बटन दबा दें तो आप बाहर भी हो सकते हैं, राइट? सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी अटेंटिव एंड यू हैव टू बी वेरी active for the same.
Yes.
Kiran, you are saying something?
No, sir. You can continue.
Right. How much time we left, so that accordingly we can.
So it's totally up to you. If you want to proceed further, you can do the same.
Right. So I'm not going to take much time of you people, because I know on Saturday speech कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता, especially on Saturday. So हम वापस अपने उस टॉपिक के ऊपर आ जाएंगे, कल्चर, हेरिटेज एंड डिजिटल आर्ट. मैं एस्थेटिक्स की बात कर रहा था. आई होप यू मस्ट नो दिस टर्म एस्थेटिक्स. हमने भी सीखा है, हमारे टीचर्स, हमारे गुरु से एस्थेटिक्स क्या होती है. सी, मैं जो समझ पाया हूँ अभी तक, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट लाइकिंग एंड डिसलाइकिंग. द एस्थेटिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट लाइकिंग एंड डिसलाइकिंग, व्हिच इज एक्चुअली कल्चरली इंग्रेडिएंट टू इनर सेल्फ ऑफ योर्स. आपको क्या पसंद है, आपको क्या पसंद नहीं है. अगर आपको क्या पसंद है तो वो क्यों पसंद है. दोज पैरामीटर्स एक्चुअली सेट बाय यू, right? If you like to click pictures, those parameters again set by you. If you don't like to sing, those again parameters set by you. Maybe there are some certain things कि मैं सर ये कर सकता हूँ या मैं ऐसे चीज़ मैं नहीं कर सकती. So culture, heritage और digital art, परवीन जी ने बोला यस वी नो सर, थैंक यू सर। सो कल्चर, उसके समझना, सबसे बड़ी बात कल्चर को समझना ज़रूरी है। सो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट भी है अगर इस टीम से, कॉलेज से, कि अगर हम डिजिटल आर्ट से पहले क्या बच्चों को एक कल्चर से रिलेटेड कुछ थीम्स, कुछ वर्कशॉप, कुछ टॉपिक्स अगर हम पढ़ाएं और उन्हें बताएं कि कल्चर, आपका कल्चर एक्चुअली क्या है, जहां पर आप पढ़ रहे हैं एटलीस्ट वहां का कल्चर यू शुड नो। अगर आपको वहां का कल्चर पता होगा, उसके बाद आप जाके उस कल्चर को किस तरीके से इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं, किस तरीके से आप उसको, देखिए बचाने का मतलब क्या होता है। अब यहाँ पर कई स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे होंगे, कई लोग ऐसे होंगे, कल्चर बचाने का मतलब क्या हुआ? कल्चर बचाने का मतलब उसके साथ लेकर चलना, राइट, उसे समझना। अगर आप उसे समझते हैं तो दैट मीन्स आपने उसे बचा लिया, लेकिन अगर आप उसे जानते ही नहीं है तो वो कल्चर उसी टाइम खत्म हो गया। तो कल्चर को जानना बहुत जरूरी है सबसे पहले, और अगर आप कल्चर को जानते हैं, उसे समझते हैं, देन आप किसी भी फॉर्म में, चाहे वो डिजिटल आर्ट हो, चाहे परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट हो, चाहे विजुअल आर्ट हो, आप किसी भी फॉर्म में उसे बता सकते हैं, राइट। सो आई थिंक वी हैड इनफ ऑन दिस, एंड अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आई विल लव टू आंसर दैट। ओवर टू यू किरण मैम।
Thank you so much, sir. Any participant, if anyone want to ask some question from Nitin Mengi, sir, they are most welcome. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I think आपकी टॉक और आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन जो है वो वाकई बहुत अच्छी थी, और जिस तरह से आपने इंटरेक्ट किया है और सबके क्वेश्चन आंसर जो है वो साथ के साथ आंसर किए हैं, बहुत ही अच्छा था। सो थैंक यू सो मच।
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think there is a question from Mr. Maninder Singh.
Okay.
That you tell us you are from printmaking background. What are difficulties comes for accepting digital prints under printmaking? See, dear Maninder sir, first of all, printmaking, if you want to work in commercial field, printmaking is maybe not considered as a. I think there is a question from Mr. Maninder Singh.
Excuse me, sir.
That you tell us you are from printmaking background. What are difficulties come for accepting digital prints under printmaking? See, मैं इसी क्वेश्चन का मैं आंसर दे रहा था। First of all, printmaking, actually it was a manual printmaking. What we learned is actually manual printmaking, right? Etching, aquatint, lithography. I said, I considered myself, I was quite good in lithography. वो मुझे टेक्निक थोड़ी ज़्यादा अच्छी लग रही थी because of its texture. See, जो traditional printmaking है, printmaking actually started in China, 15th century, right? जो traditional printmaking है, वो अभी एज एन आर्ट फॉर्म ही सर्वाइव कर पा रही है बिकॉज ऑफ कॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट, या जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, जो आर्ट इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं। अदरवाइज अगर आप ओके वैभव, आई एम कमिंग टू योर क्वेश्चन। सो प्रिंट मेकिंग सर्वाइव, जो टेक्निकली जो प्रिंट मेकिंग, जो ट्रेडिशनल प्रिंट मेकिंग है, वो सर्वाइव कर पा रही है बिकॉज ऑफ दी आर्ट इंस्टीट्यूशंस। अगर आप मार्केट की बात करेंगे, आपको टेक्निक जानना जरूरी है, लेकिन मार्केट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ डिजिटल प्रिंट मेकिंग होती है। जैसे हमने पहले बात की थी, आपको कंट्रोल भी करे और आपको एक सीधा एक प्रिंट मिलता है। सो एज एन आर्टिस्ट, ओके, एज एन आर्टिस्ट शायद मुझे डिजिटल प्रिंट मेकिंग अच्छी ना लगे, बट बिकॉज दिस इज द नीड ऑफ एन आर, आई हैव टू अडेप्ट इट। ओके, व्हाट एल्स एक्चुअली होगा क्या कि अगर मैं आपको बोलूं, आप बोले कि मुझे तो वो मोबाइल फ़ोन अच्छा लगता है जो नोकिया का 3310 मोबाइल फ़ोन आता था, जिसमें इंटरनेट नहीं था, जिसमें कैमरा नहीं था, मुझे वही मोबाइल फ़ोन चाहिए। ओके, आप शायद 2 दिन से ज़्यादा नहीं रह सकेंगे, मुझे लगता है 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा नहीं रह सकेंगे। द रीज़न बिहाइंड, वी हैव ऑलरेडी अडेप्टेड द डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स, द डिजिटल एरा, वट एवर वी आर सीइंग, हमारे आसपास हमें लगता है कि हम कनेक्टेड ही नहीं। तो सिमिलरली प्रिंट मेकिंग में भी ट्रेडिशनल प्रिंट मेकिंग से बाहर निकल के जब आप डिजिटली प्रिंट मेकिंग को एक्सेप्ट करते हो, आप चाहते हो या नहीं चाहते हो, आप उसको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, पहली बात। सेकेंडली, देखिए, यू हैव टू बी अ स्टूडेंट। मेरे टीचर ने बोला था कि आप स्टूडेंट सारी जिंदगी रहेंगे तो सीखते रहेंगे। तो डिजिटल आर्ट शायद बहुत पुरानी है, लेकिन हम लोगों ने बहुत लेट इसको अडेप्ट किया, बहुत लेट इसको सीखा है, तो अभी भी सीख रहे हैं हम लोग, अभी भी सीख रहे हैं। ओके, तो ये डिजिटल प्रिंट मेकिंग अभी और शायद इस्टेब्लिश होगी। लोगों को इसके बारे में भी बहुत ज़्यादा जागरूकता नहीं है, उन्हें मैनुअल प्रिंटिंग के बारे में भी नहीं पता था, उन्हें सिर्फ ये पता है कि मुझे एक प्रिंट चाहिए बस। लेकिन उसके पीछे का जो होल प्रोसेस है ना, जब तक वो समझेंगे नहीं, उन्हें ट्रेडिशनल और डिजिटल प्रिंट मेकिंग के बीच की वैल्यू समझ में नहीं आएगी, राइट? आई थिंक मनिंदर, आई एम क्लियर विद योर आंसर।
Nitin sir, there is one more question on YouTube link. What are your thoughts on Procreate from professional workflow? This is a question from Deepak Kumar Singh.
Pardon, please.
Deepak Kumar Singh wants to ask you, what are your thoughts on Procreate for professional workflow?
Procreate
Yes.
for professional workflow.
Professional workflow.
I didn't understand this question, sorry.
Actually, Procreate is a software where we work professionally.
That is Premiere, that is related to Adobe, I think.
Yes.
Right. Deepak, in industry, see, depend upon the situation. In industry, in India, we use Adobe certified Adobe collection or Adobe Master Collection series of softwares for professional work. But again, depend upon to the industry what exactly you want to work. In abroad, there are some certain other softwares also, right? Just like we used to work in CorelDRAW a lot for designing. But if you talk about the Western culture, they use Illustrator the most. So it is all about the usage or likings and disliking, basically, nothing else. Now Vaibhav is saying, what are aesthetics exactly? It's a huge word, Vaibhav. Aesthetics itself a huge word. I think it's depend person to person that how if the person is actually understanding or telling about aesthetics to you. What I know about aesthetics or what I understand about aesthetics is just like liking and dislike. What I like and what I dislike. We know that we are having different type of rasas in us. मुझे अगर कोई चीज़ मुझे बहुत सुंदर लगती है तो उसमें श्रृंगार रस जो है वो बाहर निकल के आता है। लेकिन ये एस्थेटिक्स अगर आप बहुत डीपली जाएं तो आपको नाट्य शास्त्र जानना पड़ेगा। हमारे प्रोफेसर बहुत सीनियर हमारे गुरुजी रविंद्र शर्मा सर एस्थेटिक्स के बड़े ज्ञाता हैं, तो उनसे मैंने जो मुझे लगा, जो मैंने सीखा वो यही है कि इट इज़ ऑल अबाउट लाइकिंग एंड डिसलाइक, बट यू शुड नो व्हाई यू डिसलाइक दैट थिंग। अगर आपको चीज अच्छी लगती है तो क्यों अच्छी लगती है, देयर माइट बी सम रीजंस आल्सो ना। ओके, ऑन अ लाइटर नोट, इफ आई लाइक राजमा चावल, व्हाई डू आई लाइक राजमा चावल? ऐसा तो नहीं था कि व्हेन आई वाज अ चाइल्ड देयर वाज अ वैक्सीन दे पुट इनटू मी दैट दिस नितिन इज लाइक राजमा चावल फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स। नो, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट, बिकॉज आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट, आई हैव टेस्टेड इट, मे बी बिकॉज दैट बीइंग कुक्ड बाय माय मदर, माय सिस्टर, तो शायद मुझे वो अच्छे लगते हैं, या फिर वो मेरे एक पर्सनल टेस्ट है। लेकिन वो ऐसा है तो वो क्यों है, दैट इज रिलेटेड टू एस्थेटिक्स। हमारे गुरुजी हैं डॉक्टर जोगिंदर पाल सर, उन्होंने एस्थेटिक्स को बहुत अच्छे से डिफाइन किया है। मैं पढ़ूंगा नहीं क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि मैं पढ़ूंगा तो मैं बताऊंगा तो वो ज़्यादा होगा, मैं वो लाइन क्रॉस नहीं कर सकता, तो आप लोग ये पढ़ सकते हैं। जेपी सर ने भेजा है, बहुत अच्छी लाइंस लिखी हैं। Maninder, what you are talking about the NFT, in which digital art? In digital painting or manipulation? Digital painting. I think Chaudhary sir will give best answer for this, because I'm a digital manipulator rather than a digital painter. I'm a photographer basically.
Sorry. Yeah, Maninder ji, I think we want to know about the recently I just in my PPT. I just seen the crypto punks. I think you are asking about that. सो क्रिप्टो पंक्स आप कह सकते हैं कि जो NFT जिसे आप कहते हो आप ना, नॉन फंजिबल टोकन, अगर आपको थोड़ी सी मार्केटिंग और इकोनॉमिक्स की आइडिया है आपको, और आपको लगता है कि आपने क्रिप्टो करेंसी समझी है, तो आप ये इसको बहुत इजी समझ पाएंगे. ये जो टर्म आप यूज, जो NFT है, जिसे आप कहते हैं कि नॉन फंजिबल टोकन जिसे हम कहते हैं, ये भी एक हमारा क्रिप्टो करेंसी जैसा है. वो फिजिकली कोई करेंसी नहीं है, वो वर्चुअली करेंसी है जिसे एक पर्टिकुलर वैल्यू मिली हुई है. सेम इसी तरह हम क्या करते हैं, अपने आर्टवर्क को, हमारा एक प्लेटफॉर्म है NFT, जिस पे हम क्या करते हैं, अपने क्रिएशंस को, डिजिटल आर्ट को, या जो भी आप क्रिएट करते हैं उसको हम अपलोड करते हैं वहाँ पे, और उसकी फिर बिडिंग होती है. बिडिंग के बाद वो सेल होते हैं और रीसेल भी होते रहते हैं. वहाँ पे आप परचेज करके मार्केटिंग, तो आर्ट मार्केटिंग, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के लिए ये जो NFT है, वो जिसे हम कहते हैं कि सिंपली जो एक फेमस वर्ड है क्रिप्टो पंक्स कहते हैं, उसके अंदर आता है ये. आई होप कि क्लियर हो गया होगा आपको. या थैंक यू. यस किरण मैम, अगर किसी का क्वेश्चन है तो हम डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. और
yes sir.
So what do you can, ma'am?
Okay, thank you so much sir.
एक क्वेश्चन
as you have-
अभी याद आ गया, शायद किसी ने वो इंडिया में डिजिटल आर्ट के बारे में आई थिंक डिस्कस किया था, उसमें हमने बात नहीं कर पाए. तो डिजिटल इंडिया में अगर डिजिटल आर्ट की बात करें तो वो स्टार्टिंग तो इंडिया में हुई थी अराउंड 1972 में, बट इंडियन आर्टिस्ट नहीं थे वो एक माइकल नेल करके एक आर्टिस्ट थे, जो उन्होंने ब्रिटिश आर्टिस्ट, जो इंडिया में आके पहली बार एग्जीबिशन किया था NGMA में, नेशनल गैलरी ऑफ मॉडर्न आर्ट में. और जो पहला आर्टिस्ट अगर जिसे हम कह सकते हैं या रिकॉग्नाइज कह सकते हैं, तो वो आर्टिस्ट अकबर पद्मसी हैं, जिन्होंने काम किया करीब 1991 में. उन्होंने पहली बार किया था आर्टवर्क, जो स्टेट आर्ट जो मुंबई में है वहाँ पे एग्जिबिट किया था. उसके बाद धीरे धीरे बहुत सारे आर्टिस्टों ने काम किया, लाइक ध्रुव मिस्त्री ने काम किया था, अभी ऑनलाइन भी किया था उन्होंने 1991 करीब ऐसे टाइमिंग थी. और ध्रुव मिस्त्री के बाद बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट ने काम किया जो इंडियन. अगर इंडियन में फर्स्ट टाइम डिजिटल आर्ट की बात करें तो करीब 2007 में फर्स्ट टाइम नेशनल लेवल का डिजिटल आर्ट एग्जीबिशन हुआ था, जिसमें बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट ने पार्टिसिपेट किया था. तो जो इंडियन आर्ट डिजिटल आर्ट की हिस्ट्री है वो 1991 से मान सकते हैं.
ओके सर, आई होप कि जिन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा उनको उनका आंसर मिल गया. सो आई थिंक ये क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन यहीं पर बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होता जा रहा है. But as we have to take care of our time limit today, we have to proceed with our third session, that is panel discussion. Dear participants, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all to this panel discussion session on digital art and intangible cultural heritage of the Indigene. Now, I would like to call Mr. Pranjit Sharma, Assistant Professor from School of Design, Presidency University, Bangalore. I would like to introduce about him a little. He has participated in a number of national and international printmaking biennale in different countries. Apart from other national exhibitions, he has been selected for the Young Talent Program, a solo exhibition of printmaking, Less Disparate, curated by Frank Barthelemy, organized by the Alliance Franchise, the Bangalore. In 2020, he has been selected for International Printmaking Conference, Hong Kong, including multi-interdisciplinary projects such as Archipelago, COVID-19, The Spirit Remains, Unlocked 2020, etc. Having the intention to the expansion of this technique, he has experimented with unconventional interpretation to execute various ideas through different mediums like extended print media, digital photo manipulation. Apart from printmaking, I would like to call Mr. Pranjit Sharma for sharing his views regarding today's topic. Over to you, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you so much, the entire team, and first of all, thank you so much, Kiran ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. And as presently I'm working as an assistant professor, as you have mentioned, and basically I'm a printmaker. So hopefully, there's a lot of questions, like coming through, like being as a printmaker, how involved, how difficult it is to involve with this technical thing. So regarding that, I would like to present one presentation which not related to the printmaking, but apart from that, the digital, like explorations, what I have done during this COVID duration. So if you can allow me, ma'am, I mean, can I share?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's feasible.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Yeah. So this is all about my practice and how I have started and how I have shifted from the printmaking to the like digital art. Regarding that, I would like to inform as a design educator. Here, it's very important to like involve with the digital practice, or I would say the fundamentals of digital art, which is a very integral part of our academics, I would say. And if you can allow, I could also explain in Hindi, but my Hindi is not much convenient, but hope you can bear me with that. But I mean, for the students' understanding, I know like a lot of students have questions regarding that. So I'll explain in Hindi also. I'll try to. The thing is that the first thing is that I have shifted. There is a very interesting story because of COVID. It has started. It's in 2022 where this pandemic. It was in peak, and I am basically a printmaker. I did my master's in printmaking, hardcore printmaker. Um, you know, from the Bangalore University, I have completed my master's, and after that, I started practicing my printmaking in Lover Art Center in Bangalore. There is a one art center. So basically, everyone has one question: like after completing from the like the printmaking, where they should go. So my journey is something different. Like luckily I got a scope where I simultaneously I started earning a little, and also I engaging with multiple projects. Simultaneously, after my like work hours, I had some time to involve with this printmaking practice because I do etching and quoting. Most of the like my friends, and also like Mahesh sir is here, and also Ranjita is here. Like they have seen my etching and quoting like works. And then suddenly, like when the practice has gone, when I started getting a lot of exposure from the international like the platform, then this pandemic came, and then somewhere you need to stop because of this pandemic, because you could not go out. And that's how I am completely packed within my my flat where I actually used to live in Bangalore. I could not go out. तो जाने ही मतलब पाया था. तो क्या हुआ उसके बाद कि like when you start somewhere you want to explore something. घर पे जो पेपर्स थे आप कितना ड्राइंग करोगे, आप ड्राइंग एक्सप्लोर भी मतलब करोगे एक सर्टेन एक्सटेंट तक आप मतलब कर पाओगे, राइट. So that was my situation, and I didn't have my praise. Somehow I took the praise later period, but because I was so tempted to walk in etching and quoting, and that's how I decided to take my testings, because after seeing 1 month or 2 months of lockdown, I could not express. But throughout these things, I would like to mention there is a very important turn which came into my mind, and its name is that project has been given by the Lubna Sen. She's a Delhi-based like curator. So its name is like remains unlocked. So that is the question I started asking. So ये spirit remains unlocked होता क्या है. तो फिर वहाँ से मैंने डिजिटल मीडिया में एक्सप्लोर करना स्टार्ट किया. तो क्या हुआ, then I got one scope to explore, and she said, why not you can try the like the Photoshop, because I had a very not in that extent, but of course the basic, I'm very clear with the basics because I was teaching also simultaneously. And after that, what I did is like after getting these things, after getting this opportunity, I really decided myself to work to explore my collective visual resource. That means जो फोटो कलेक्शन होते हैं, जो फोटोग्राफ्स होता है, ये आपका मेमोरी होती है. जो इमेजरी होता है, जो विजुअलाइजेशन होता है, जो भी आप स्टोर करते हो, those are considered as a printmaker for me, as a visual archive, as you can see here, I have written the visual archive. So, जब ये visual archive ये perception start करना start किया, then I really felt really good about this entire perception that I am having, because I started connected, like connecting with those memories. Before the pandemic, wherever I have traveled, I started clicking pictures, and also some images which are not available, I started buying, and also taken from my friends with the like authentication, so that there is no such copyright issues and all. So that was my journey, and then I started like working with this kind of the photo manipulation. So there is a like project, and then the series called Suspensive Narration, that is all about the journey, and that's how I started clicking pictures. So I started building habit of clicking pictures, or whatever collective resources that I have. I started scrolling back. After all, I was alone at times. You could not move virtually. You need to connect every day. You have to talk with your family, your friends. So that was the like the routine. So that's how when you suppress somewhere, वहाँ से क्रिएटिविटी निकलती है, वहाँ से ही क्रिएटिविटी का जो जर्नी होता है ना, वो एक्चुअली स्टार्ट होते हैं. So that's how it started taking a new dimension of my creative practice. Along with this etching, aquatting, and then the mezzotint, I decided not to leave this. So these are much more matured work, I would say. So I have started with one book which I'm gonna show you, which is called like Battle of COVID, because that is the one and which is related with a chair. So which I'd like to go first with this. Yeah, this is what this is the one which I did with lot of frustrations, and that is a kind of emotional properties, right? हम आर्टिस्ट हमेशा इमोशन से भरे हुए होते हैं, हम एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हैं, और जब आपको मीडियम कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, जब आपके पास पेपर्स भी नहीं है, एटलीस्ट आपके पास एक सिस्टम है. जब ऑल द टाइम आप लिखते हो, आप ऑफिशियल्स काम पे एक्सेल फाइल बना रहते हो, उसके अलावा भी फोटोशॉप जैसे एक चीज़ होती है जहाँ पे आप एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो. तो आई स्टार्टेड एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग विद दैट like software. So in a way, what I got is I really like fascinated about exploring the things, or deconstructing, or manipulating the shape within that space. And I decided myself to stick with that, and taking this kind of practice into my further journey. So I did that, and उसके बाद मतलब क्या हुआ, ये काम selection हुआ different biennales में. There was one called like Serbia Biennale, which is a digital biennale. The first, like digital biennale, also first digital biennale of Colombia during that time that they were having, and my this work got selected, which I didn't know. So क्या होता है जब आप कभी बहुत कम जानते हो, जब आप फंडामेंटल्स ओनली जानते हो और आप बहुत कुछ नहीं जानते हो, तो आपके पास एक पॉसिबिलिटीज होता है मैनिपुलेट करने के लिए. ठीक है, ये वाला टूल्स यूज कर रहे थे, क्या निकलते देखते हो, द काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस, एंड यू नेवर नो what is the result. All the time, it's not necessarily important, then you have to stick with what you know. Maybe you don't know, but that is going to be the matter of your experimentation. So मैं यही, मेरा भी स्टूडेंट को मैं यही मतलब बोलता हूँ कि बेटा आप लोग जो विजुअल कंटेंट है उसको पहले स्टोर करना चाहिए. आप लोग तो सेल्फीज खींचते हो, दैट इज ओके, बट व्हाई नॉट सम इंटेंस फोटोग्राफ एवरी डे. जब आप जाते हो तो ये जरूरी होता है हाउ यू आर वर्किंग विथ दोस थिंग्स. इफ यू स्टार्टेड कलेक्टिंग द फोटोग्राफ 30 days, almost 30 photographs, so you can see the kind of dimension, because those are the photographs which is directly connected to your memories, and which can be the initial fuel, means जहाँ से आपको वो creative energy and then the potential you can get easily, right? So that is the things which you can easily understand first. And the second thing is that आपको ये भी मतलब लगेगा जब आपका अपना रिसोर्स है, अपना विजुअल रिसोर्स है, there is no point to feel any hesitation. So what you can do is you can manipulate, in further extent you can do anything with that particular like the works according to your distance, according to your choice, how you want, right? So that is how you can explore, and that is how I started exploring this digital art, you know. So then later period, what I did is I did this kind of series with a suspensive narration, as you can see, you know, which is digitally manipulated photograph. These are the places, few places. What I did is I went to the, you know, like, you know, South Indian temples called Belur Haleviru, you know, I mean, the biggest, you know, like cultural and, you know, like the heritage site, you know, and unknowingly it's, you know, related with this today's topic, which I like to, you know, like address this, you know, like intangible cultural heritage, you know, how it's become a kind of memory based resource for me to express my creative properties, right? Because that is how you need to somewhere, if you feel emotional, you need to express, and that's what हम लोग करते हैं, वही हम लोग करते हैं, क्योंकि आर्टिस्ट होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप पेन और पेपर में ही जियो। आप अगर प्रिंट मेकर हो तो आपको ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप, यू नो, टूल्स के साथ ही मतलब काम करो। ऑल्दो आई हैव माय प्रेस टुडे, लाइक एचिंग प्रेस टुडे, आई वर्क विद मल्टीपल यू नो लाइक मीडियम, लाइक डिजिटल मैनिपुलेशन एंड देन ऑल्सो द इंस्टॉलेशन। तो इससे क्या होता है कि आपका जो क्रिएटिव जर्नी है ये बहुत यू नो वर्सेटाइल हो जाते हैं, और एट द सेम टाइम यू कैन ऑल्सो गेट सम मल्टीपल डायमेंशन। दैट ग्रोथ, दैट क्रोनोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट इज इम्पोर्टेंट वेदर यू एक्सेप्ट और नॉट, ये काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो सबसे बड़ा बात तो ये है, जब आप फैम मिलना स्टार्ट होता है, जब आप रिकॉग्नाइज होना स्टार्ट होते हैं, उस टाइम पे एक चीज़ों को छोड़ देना मीन साइमल्टेनियसली और कुछ चीज़ों को पकड़ना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, जो मेरे लिए हुआ था, क्योंकि प्रिंट मेकिंग में करता रहा, प्रिंट मेकिंग में यू नो एक्सपोजर मिलता रहा, एट द सेम टाइम डिजिटल आर्ट वर्ल्ड में आना, बीइंग एज अ प्रिंट मेकर, हार्ड कोर प्रिंट मेकर, इट्स वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट। सो मैंने क्या किया, एट द सेम टाइम आई स्टार्टेड यू नो लाइक सीइंग द पॉसिबिलिटी एंड स्टार्ट अंडरस्टैंड दिस एंटर परसेप्शन, कि मेरा दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, क्यों मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। देन आई गॉट टू नो कि अगर ये सिचुएशन की वजह से मैं मजबूर हो रहा हूँ, क्योंकि पेपर नहीं है, क्योंकि आप कितना चारकोल से और कलर पेंसिल से काम करोगे, प्रिंट लेने के लिए इंक नहीं है, प्रेस नहीं है, व्हाट यू कैन डू, समवेयर यू नीड टू एक्सप्लोर। तो जो प्री एग्जिस्टेड फंडामेंटल्स नॉलेज है, वो नॉलेज को मैंने आई मीन यू नो थ्रू आउट द सॉफ्टवेयर, थ्रू आउट दिस डिजिटल मीडिया, आई स्टार्टेड एक्सप्लोरिंग। और मुझे क्या मिला, मुझे दिस काइंड ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शंस मिला, दिस आर द रिफ्लेक्शंस दैट आई गॉट, यू नो। And you know, I started connected with these things. I started interacting with my, you know, day-to-day stuffs, you know, to whom I am connected with my chair, my bed, my, you know, my other materials which I'm connected, and I started looking those things in a different way. तो क्या हो जाता है, you can imagine that imagination you can manipulate through this digital media. Possibility बहुत ज़्यादा है। और देन मैंने ये भी रिसर्च किया कि क्या ये सही है, बीइंग ए प्रिंट मेकर, आप अगर डिजिटल मीडिया में काम कर रहे हो तो क्या ये सही है, आप कैसे उसको ऑथेंटिकेट करोगे, हाउ यू आर गना यू नो ऑथेंटिकेट इन अ वे दैट इज मच मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। Then I realized, because a few of my friends and also like you know very good you know like interaction we had throughout some projects from the you know Alfred University. This is the one university in New York. जहाँ पे एक प्रोफेसर थे जोसेफ सिर, आई डिस्कस्ड विथ हिम, बिकॉज वो एक्सपांडेड प्रिंट मीडिया उसको बोलते हैं, क्योंकि जब आप प्रिंट लेते हो, जब डिजिटल वर्क को मोर देन 2-3 एडिशन में आप कन्वर्ट करते हो उसको, यू हैव टू अप्रूव दैट बाय यू, एंड उसके बाद आपको उसको कंसिडर करना होता है कि यू नो हाउ यू कैन यू नो वर्क, एंड देन द लाइक हाउ यू आर टेकिंग दैट थिंग्स, you know, whether you can taking as a print or expanded print media, because that is also very you know emerging I would say like kind of a journey which is you know declared from the western world, और अभी print making में digital कम जो भी traditional है वो दोनों ही आ रहे हैं, and this is very very important to understand. This sentiment you have to accept as a print maker. प्रिंट मेकिंग का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप डिजिटल करो सिर्फ, और प्रिंट मेकिंग का मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि आप ओनली ट्रेडिशनल में ही अटके रहो। तो क्या होना चाहिए, दोनों का फ्यूजन क्रिएट करना काफ़ी ज़रूरी होना मतलब चाहिए। बीइंग अ प्रिंट मेकर, आई फेल्ट दैट इज माय पर्सनल व्यू। Second thing is, then when I started knowing that things, lot of people are, I got, you know, who explode in that way. And I really thankful to this medium, and because of this like academics field, because I am teaching, I involved with that, and I started creating the fusion with the printmaking, with the digital art, which has become a kind of new visual culture or the visual language for me. It is a very direct way of visual communication, I would say, because anybody can connect in any time. And the most like advantage is you can take multiple editions in few seconds through the digital printer. Of course, it's expensive. You cannot afford, when you are in a student. But of course, if you go for the archival, like archival based paper, you can take multiple editions, and you can, more than 10 edition you can take, and you can write as a edition as you do the editions, and also you can do as a AP. That means the artist proof. That means you have approved that print as yours. So in that way you can explore. So this is all about my journey, and I would say, like, throughout my, this is very important of the visual archive, because we also do not only being a digital artist कि मुझे फोटो मैन्यू like कोलेशन मतलब करना है, ये आपका जर्नल के लिए भी अच्छा है. तो क्या करना है, being a student, I would like to suggest to the students that you can make that habit of creating this sort of visuals, क्योंकि every day अगर कुछ intense photograph आप लेते हो, that's become a source of your creative explorations later, because you have a source. आपके पास source रहता है re-evaluation के लिए. मेमोरी में हर चीज़ें क्लियर नहीं रहता है. जब आप एक विजुअल्स रखते हो तो आपका मतलब इंडिविजुअल साइकोलॉजिकल स्टेट के साथ एक कनेक्ट होते हैं. यू आर गेटिंग अ वेरी क्लियर पिक्चर थ्रू विच यू कैन गिव वॉट एवर परसेंटेज, नॉट आई एम सेइंग द 100% और मोर देन 100% यू वांट टू गिव अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, आप उसको दे सकते हो. तो ऐसे ही लैंग्वेज को चेंज करना चाहिए, क्योंकि I don't think so we should consider in this time being a photographer. I need to stick with the photography, because if you having that mindset, you cannot gain some other knowledge. If you are a printmaker or a digital artist, that is okay, but try to experiment with some other things which you can manipulate in a digital way. Take the photographs, make the scan, take the printout, do something what you else want, right? So दोनों का नॉलेज रहना जरूरी है, और इसका फ्यूजन से ही कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड में एक नया फ्यूजन आप लोग क्रिएट कर सकते हो being a student. So when you are studying, it's very important to understand about the traditional way of printmaking, so that you can effectively you can work on the digital platform, and you can justify your work. So I have written more than 17 articles on that things. If you would like to have that, I'm going to share with that. And I'm always try to understand my practice, what it is, how I can like work with these things. So that is how I have started, and this is a kind of like waves of like metamorphic structure. That is the title that I have given. And you can see the some of the images which a kind of globe kind of, or a galaxy kind of effect I have created. That is the common, because that is how I stick with the language, because I want to create a language, and then the series of work that I did, and then I started manipulating the image from my own collective resource, which is considered as the visual archive or my archive resource. Okay. So that is all about my presentations. I would like to stop over here, and thank you so much once again. That is all about the journey. Hope everybody enjoyed, and if any questions, they can ask. Just a minute. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pranjit Sharma.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for sharing your views. Now we have Ms. Rashmita Kanodia with us. She is a Chandigarh-based painter and printmaker artist. She is an art instructor. Currently, she is working at NIFT Mohali, and her weekends are dedicated to her studio, where she does her experiment artworks in digital artworks. Now, I would like to call Ms. Rashmita for sharing her views. Over to you, Ms. Rashmita.
Hello, everyone. I am obliged that you have invited me here today. So thank you very much, Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya, for this great discussion that we are having today. So yeah, currently I am working at NIFT Mohali. It is in Tri-City area, and otherwise I am working as a artist in different mediums: printmaking, painting, digital art, and many more that it comes along, whether it is related to new media or mixed media. And I think every artist has experimented with a lot of things in the life, particularly in the learning stage. Of course, we are still learning, but yes, that experimenting time sometimes, you know, uh, at a particular time it got delays, and now we are stick to uh, our experiences that we have gained till now. So yes, about digital art, Mr. Rakesh Chaudhary and Mr. Nitin and also Pranjit has shared so much information, which is great. It was delightful to know a lot of things, and I hope all the students have, uh, you know, come to know a lot about this thing. So for me, digital art is something, uh, I consider it as like a collage. You know, the collage is something that we do manually. We cut out pictures, we put them together, and we create something out of it. So what happens is now we are doing it digitally. In digitally, we are not just cutting out the pictures, but we are just placing them on a screen, putting them together, and then painting it over the image, with the apps and the softwares that we have. So I think the digital art era has gone to a different level now, and it is continuously raising the standards for the artist. Uh, we are from the 90s, all the, I think, senior artists here, and we too. So we have seen the era when these things, started in India, and we particularly got to know that when the things were done by hand, and now we are experiencing a thing that we do not need to do everything with hand. When everything is available to us, so we do not feel the need to go, that far and invest our time into that, and invest our money into that, and then create something out of it. So digital art, basically, I would say it has created a convenience for us. It is very, very convenient. And how? That it is very, very easy to access. It is very easy to uh, correct again and again. If you have created something which is not, working out really nice right now, so you can change it later on as well, which is not the same case in painting or printmaking. Once it is done, and if it's, something is here or there, you're going to change it. So I think that is the most convenient thing that we have in digital art. Then it is very, very easy to, transfer. And we do not need any physical form for this, since the technology has rapidly, changed our world. It has become such a convenience for us to just create something and send that instantly to anyone, anywhere. So I think digital art has totally created a different era for us right now. And I see that in the future, this is a boom industry, which is never going to lay down at all. Because I think everything is today occupied by technology. Even right now, we are having this seminar on online medium, right? So I think digital art is going to play the most important role in the coming future. And even I sometimes fear that it might, uh, our other art forms, the traditional art forms, may get a setback because of the digital forms that are coming in our way. So, but it is, and again, as the theme says, the intangible cultural heritage of Indigene. Indigene, which is the native, which is the indigenous, people of our country. So, I think if that is going to put a setback on those things, that would be a really, really, I think, bad thing for us, because I would say that India is a very, very culturally diverse country. We are, I think, a world in itself, because uh, every hour, we travel, something changes. The food changes, the language changes, appearances changes. So, in such a diverse country, it becomes really, really hard to conserve our culture. So how do we do that now? When technology is advancing to its maximum level right now, how do we conserve all those things? Because, as very rightly said by Nitin sir, that these are our roots, and once we are uprooted by our own roots, we cannot find anything stable. Even I would say an example here, like all the people who left our country and currently living in the other countries. So the one thing that is the most common there is, they find that they really need to connect to their people. They do not feel the need to connect to those people, the foreign people, but they feel the need to connect to their own people, because that is very, very homely, right? So those are their roots. That is what they connect to. So I think the our roots are the most important things to us. If we don't have that, we I think the base of our existence here is shaken. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि uh, in our whole life, from the beginning, when we're small, we have all those memories which are related to our culture, to our heritage. Like we all have these kind of festivals, right? We have different festivals across the countries, and we enjoy them as they are celebrated. Then we have traditions. All those traditions in all the families is different. So those are the things which makes us us. So how do we conserve those things when the technology is changing this era so fast that the generation today is no longer connected to our own roots? Everybody today is like that they have to proceed. There's a rush, a continuous rush going on, that we have to run, 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 and achieve something. And if we don't, then we are a failure, right? So we have to break that norm and normalize the thing that is not a failure, but we have to be our own selves, to understand that what works the best for us, right? So we have forgotten that thing, and I think we are continuously working towards that. That how can be on the top, reach the top. And digital art definitely in the artist world has created that hustle right now in all the, I think, art institutions, especially in the applied area, applied arts. So it has greatly evolved from different stages. And right now, even the sculptors, the painters, the printmakers, we are all moving towards the digital art, because we know that this is the need of the era, and we cannot change that. It is going to be that only, because we have reached to a point in that advancement of the technology, that we have to cope up with the time and with the technology. Otherwise we will lose to be going along with the technology. And that makes us like our parents today, what they feel like is that we cannot uh, open the apps in the phone, or the message in the phone, or something like that. So that would be us if we do not keep up with the technology. So I think the question here is, how do we use the digital art to stay connected to our roots as well, and yet be there in the all the era of the technology? Because I think that is a very very fine line that we have to achieve. Because I see that what happens, like there was a very good question here I saw. Someone was asking about the printmaking, that the acceptance of digital prints in the printmaking. So I too was very very curious about that some years ago. So I personally do not think that I believe that you were asking on the basis of the galleries accepting the digital prints under the category of printmaking. I personally think that is not uh, really satisfactory to my understanding, because printmaking is a manual art form, although we create prints through our printing machines, but that again is a manual art form, right? And digital print is completely on another side, and it's just by a click and we can create a digital print. So both the art forms are completely different, and I think they should be kept in different categories as well. Because if we use the digital prints in the printmaking category, I think the printmaking art form will lose its importance, and it will lose the traditional trademark it has right now, and it will become something else by the end of like 10 or 20 years. So we need to preserve it, like it has been going on from centuries, right? I think that is my personal thing over it, that how we can preserve our culture. So and other than that, I'm going to show you a few of my artworks. I mostly create digital artworks for like companies, or in the commercial sector, but I have just a few, so I'm going to show you that as well. I hope everybody can see the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, no.
No?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
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 it
yes.
is visible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Rasmita,
It
it
is.
is
Okay,
visible
okay.
there.
Okay. So this was the very very first digital art I created, and this was selected in the Delhi gallery, in the digital art uh, exhibition there. So this was like the Photoshop. I did not created anything particular in this. I mean, I use a lot of Photoshop, and I just created some clouds over here. So kind of a photo manipulation. It goes towards that also. Then comes this one. So the thing is, I also create a lot of digital art to clear my mind. Like if I'm thinking of some particular subject to work on, or I'm thinking of like creating something, but I'm not sure that how it is going to look like. So I create that digitally first to see and to clear my vision first. So this is one of those things that I created. So yeah, this was the Corona time that we were having. I think Corona has boosted everything in the digital art world right now. So again, in the background, that was the painting that I created, but then I overlaid with a lot of other things in the Photoshop to create this art piece. Then this is also again on the Corona only. So I took a picture of the hand that I already had, and then I did a lot of other things. So that the earlier I was talking about the collage, so it's like that only, but yet again done digitally. So I wanted to convey the message at that time, when a lot of us were not aware that how dangerous it is, and we were not accepting that wearing mask is going to do anything. So I created on that it's not over yet, and we still have to be careful. So this is that one. And this one, yeah. This one is like I have on the background, I have like my sketchbook. Then over here, these are my other artwork. But then I merged them all together to create this particular piece. So in my personal digital artwork, I do not generally create everything from the start. That is only for commercially when I do it. But otherwise, I generally, take my own paintings and then merge them together and then create something else out of it. So I think that totally depends upon every kind of artist, that how they see it, how they visualize their artwork. And so digital art has given us that particular, convenience to do that. So I'm glad about that. Okay, so I think I see some questions here. How much has digital art impacted traditional printmaking in the present scenario? I think it has very much impacted. Although it is still going on, the printmaking is in itself is a very very different art form, and I see that there is not much awareness about it. Not many people know that how printmaking exactly works, and it's also because it has a lot of techniques involved, and not everybody is curious enough to know about every each technique. So but yet I see that digital art has definitely impacted the printmaking. Kyunki the printmaking is something we are doing by creating our own layouts and then working on that manually, putting our hard work on paper and on the board or whatever like material we have. And what digital art does is it does the same thing, but just like that. So of course, in the market, if I see that in the commercial market, it just degrades the value of printmaking. So that is the most hurtful thing I think of digital art, that it degrades the value of the artist's manual work, because it is that easy to get. And also I see today, uh, in the social media, I think everybody has seen right now the thing going on, classes for everything, you know and those are like anywhere between 99 to 500 rupees, for the sessions. And I see that as very amusing, क्योंकि that is degrading the value of the artist to just another level, because we are working so hard, we have worked so hard to be here right now, but we have spent so many years given to our particular art forms, and we have reached to that level now, that we have invested that time and that hard work. But currently, what is going on in the social media platforms, I think it has helped the artists as well, but it has destroyed a lot of artists as well. So I think it always has some pros and cons together, and we can never stick to a particular thing. So I think, Maninder, I have answered your question about the impact of digital art on the printmaking. Yeah. So any other questions? Is it right? Okay. JB sir is asking that it is right to imitate art. How do we manipulate an image effectively? Uh, I think it is not. I do not feel personally it is right to imitate art, because I think every artist in itself feels that violation of using someone else's art in their own artwork. So although we can use it, but on the sake, true artists never feel satisfied to doing so. We never do that. We always think of something that creating our own or getting, like Nitin Sana has always gotten all his own photographs and then work towards that. So I think imitating art is not the right thing, but yet it is done. Of course, it is done. It's a large world. You cannot stop anyone, and there's a lot of other artists out there who are doing it. So, and how do we manipulate an image effectively? So there are, I think, multiple answers to that one. Manipulating an image. So and also I think that totally depends upon each and every artist, because how we work is totally different. Like someone uses Photoshop. I personally use app called Sketchbook. I think that is very very convenient to use because I'm not a very very fan of Photoshop. So I do the thing over there, or I do a few things over the Photoshop as well. So manipulation comes through, I think, how much we work in the digital art, and after working a lot and lot, we reach a level where we know that what we have to do, and on which software we have to do. I think it comes from that. So I hope I have gone to that answered that question properly. And then there is, do you mean digital art is much easier than printmaking? I would say it's not about how much easy it is. It's about how it is easier to obtain, right? Because digital art is something, once it is created, it is very easy to access. It is very easy to share. It is very easy to publish on the different platforms. But in the printmaking one, it takes a lot of effort. And right now in the commercial market, printmaking is not popular at all. Nobody seeks for the hard work of the artist. They all seek for, and I would say that India has a market where everybody wants something in cheap. So the digital option gives you that particular option to go for a cheaper artwork, because digital artwork has many copies. It could be transformed into anything, like you can print it on t-shirts, mugs, everything at all, but you cannot do the same with the printmaking, right? So definitely it gives digital art an edge towards the printmaking. Then we have how to balance between the traditional and digital. How to balance the control V and printmaking. Okay, yeah. So I guess that totally depends upon the artist, first of all, and also it also depends upon the art connoisseurs and all the art critics, because those are the people who are going to write the history of the art in India. And once the history is written, nobody is going to, in the future, nobody is going to see that what we have done today. They're going to read the history. So it is very very important for those people to understand and then print the things in a manner that those which are true, and that in the future generation they came to know that how we have evolved, and how we should keep a balance, or how we should keep our traditions alive, basically. So the balance between the traditional and digital, I guess, I just showed you my digital art where I told you that I use my own paintings and then I merge them together. So that is the balance for me personally. What I do is that I am doing the hard work. I mean, digital art is also hard work. I am not against that. I mean to say, I'm doing it manually, but yet I click the pictures of them, and then I create a different artwork digitally with my own drawings and artwork, right? So that is the balance for me personally. I think it differentiates with every artist here. So I would not comment a lot on this one. Okay, yeah. Thank you, JP sir. It was great to see you here. So I hope I have pretty much summed up a few things here. Baki rest, Chaudhary sir and Nitin sir and also Pranjit has shared beautiful views, and I got to know, I learn about a lot here. So
Thank you,
that is it
Rashmita.
for me.
Thank you, Rashmita. Kiran, I want to add on one more thing of this question, that how to balance between control P and printmaking.
Sure, sir.
Uh, See, art should also have a commercial angle, right?
Yes.
Printmaking, I know Mr. Rahul Diman is here. I used to see his printmaking from so long, right? From College of Art, he's doing exceptional work. For a printmaker, just like Paranjit sir said, for a printmaker, if I'm a lithography printmaker, I have to do some mechanical work also, right? For the same, it is a long, lengthy process. So if I want to have a commercial angle, I can sell one edition of my lithography print of approximately 10,000, but I can sell my control P print for rupees 500 also. This is the difference between the two, things. Okay, I'm not saying that digital art is too easier, but yes, to digital art gives a commercial angle to this whole community of art, and we people, we artists, we also have the right to sell out our art. We also have the right to commercialize our art, right? So over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Very well said, sir. I completely agree to that. That each has its own value, and of course, I think in the future, our physical art forms will have more and more value because it is going to be towards the extension somewhere near to that. So, but yes, digital era is not going to end now. It is only going to be elevated more and more in the coming years.
Even in
So,
our last budget, which the finance minister has shared in the Sansad, they are going to launch some digital universities, right? So now, what is the impact? What is this? This is the actually impact. You have to be adept to the digital. It is
yes,
not about the copying the content, right?
yes,
If you are going to copy the content, you are not true artist. I'm very bluntly say, okay.
yes, bilkul,
But yes,
bilkul,
if
sir.
you want to copy the content, purchase the rights and you do the needful.
Yes, yes, bilkul, bilkul, sir. That's very correct. That is what needs to be done instead of imitating. So I think that there we answer the imitation part here. Over to you, Kiran ma'am. I think we can proceed.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think this is very interesting that the discussion is going on. Now I would like to call Ms. Tina Pandey, who is a graphic artist from New Delhi. She has received several awards for her outstanding work in the designing field and photography. She is currently experimenting with some of the projects in digital artwork and photo manipulation. Ms. Tina, I request you to kindly present your views on this topic. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, and thanks to all. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, topic is digital art and what is the digital art and intangible cultural heritage. How they are connected. The connection between them. We can share. We can use digital media as a tool. We can use digital media as a tool to preserve and to pass on the future generation. We can document our cultural heritage, intangible cultural heritage like Durga Puja, Kumbh Mela, yoga, which is the oldest part of our culture, yoga, Sankirtan, and Buddhist chanting of Ladakh, and Chow dance, and many more type of cultural heritage. And now, first of all, we can conclude on the what is the cultural heritage. Cultural heritage is defined into two different parts. One is tangible and second is intangible. First, tangible are the movable heritage, and immovable heritage like paintings, sculptures, furniture, wall paintings, and the historical buildings, archaeological sites, and monuments, and all. Like different sites are always. Okay. Next is intangible cultural heritage. Intangible cultural heritage include our oral traditions and expressions like songs of shaman, funeral tradition of the Arunachal Pradesh of Indu Missimi tribe, which was very famous at Arunachal Pradesh. Next is social habits and ritual and festival like Holi, Durga Puja, and all in different states of our India. And next one is traditional skills like brass and copper craft and utensil making in Punjab. Now, what are the intangible cultural heritage include? Which are the 5 main domains which included in these? These are the 5 domains. Okay? Now, there is a UNESCO list which included all the Indian intangible cultural heritage of India. First one, it is now recently included is Durga Puja from 2021, and उससे पहले हमारा कुंभ मेला इंक्लूड हुआ था इसमें 2017 में, एंड उससे पहले योगा हुआ था, एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मोर लाइक अभी संकीर्तन एंड बुद्धिस्ट टेंट ऑफ लद्दाख, छाव डांस एंड एक्सेट्रा. Now how we can connect digital media to these art forms, and what are the benefit of connecting the digital media to these art forms? First of all, first point is I want to say that digital media is used for our documentation of our cultural heritage. We can say so that we can connect our future generation or next generation to our cultural heritage, which was very rich and popular in all over the world. Now next one, we can use different type of digital media like photo manipulation, digital printmaking, drawing, 2D or 3D drawing, animation, to the different culture. By using these type of art, we can depict the whole heritage roots to everyone, where they can live or any corner of the world. Through digital media, it is easy to access and reach to our cultural heritage roots, and also help to grow and gaining the knowledge to our ancient and traditional arts. Next, Google, just like we always connected to Google, and we can connect to any cultural heritage through our Google or any networking sites. In today's life, in the social media, mostly connected through the social media, and we can say it is a very powerful tool, and we can show our skills and all the artwork through this media on to the all over part of the world. हम ये कह सकते हैं कि हम अपनी पेंटिंग्स को, हम अपने कल्चर को किसी को भी शो कर सकते हैं, एंड उसके थ्रू हम अपने जो हमारे पास ऑन है उसको, अपने कल्चर को पास ऑन कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, ऑन and there is a benefit of digital media. We have a lot of online storage data, so that we can conserve our lot of media and like photos of all the cultural heritage and all the videos. We can store them in our backup for our futures. Okay. Now there are different type of digital artists like illustrator, animator और 2D और 3D artist, और which जो हमारे इन डिफरेंट कल्चर मीडिया को अपने आर्ट के थ्रू वो शो करते हैं. लाइक सबका अपना अपना डिपिक्शन होता है, ये नहीं होता कि कोई सारे सेम वे में शो करे. सबका अपना वे ऑफ थिंकिंग होता है, सबका अपना आर्ट फॉर्म होता है, सब अपने अपने आइडियाज़ को प्रेजेंट करते हैं. हर किसी का अपना वे होता है कि उसको बताया जा सके कि डिफरेंट कल्चर्स को दिखा रहे हैं. नाउ हम उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम कैसे क्या कर सकते हैं कि ये टॉपिक इसलिए क्यों रखा गया कि हमारा डिजिटल मीडिया और इंटेंजिबल आर्ट कल्चरल हेरिटेज को कैसे कनेक्ट कर रहा है. कि डिफरेंट रूट्स हैं, सब जगह है, हर कोई है, और हर किसी में एक आर्टिस्ट है. अकॉर्डिंग टू अस एवरी ह्यूमन हैज़ अ आर्टिस्टिक वे ऑफ नेचर। तो हर कोई किसी ना किसी वे में अपने इन फ्यूचर जनरेशन को कुछ ना कुछ आर्ट वर्क में अपने फ्यूचर पास कर रहा है। तो इन फ्यूचर अगर आप नहीं किसी को पास ऑन कर पा रहे हो तो कैसे करेंगे? तो कैसे करना है? डिजिटल मीडिया एक आज के टाइम में बिल्कुल न्यू वे ऑफ टेक्निक है जिसके थ्रू हर बच्चा उसको एक्सेस कर पा रहा है और उसके थ्रू ही फ्यूचर में आगे कनेक्टिविटी इंक्रीज हो रही है। एंड डोंट हैव, अभी मेरे पास अपना आर्ट वर्क शो नहीं है शो करने के लिए, सॉरी। नाउ ओवर टू किरण मैम एंड इतिन सर।
Thank you so much, Ms. Tina. Thank you so much for sharing your views. Now with our last discussion panel member, I just want to say that we all know that COVID-19 pandemic has pushed our traditional art galleries, auction houses and museums to make a digital shift. It is also shaking up the Indian digital art scene among our young artists. The pandemic has forced us to find ways to keep ourselves purposeful by upskilling and adding new dimension to our works. Nowadays, it's more about the digital medium. With technology being where it is, and with so many youngsters already adapt at it, it's no surprise that so much of art is done on computers, even professionally. Our young artists prove that nothing is off limit with a humble tablet and some decent softwares. Millennials wants a direct connection. They are keen to connect with art platforms on Instagram as a point of purchase. Regarding this, I would like to introduce you to one of our young artists who is inspiration to our young generation, especially in females, Ms. Daljit Kaur Sandhu. Daljit Kaur Sandhu is a professional artist based in Chandigarh. She is a digital creator, social media campaigner, caricaturist, art tutor, graphic designer, and an animator. A fine arts master degree holder, gold medalist from Punjab University, Daljit picked up editorial experience while working for India's leading English daily publication, Hindustan Times, from 2010 to 2020 as a visual producer. For a decade, she has been creating ripples with her artistic skills in the regional political scenario of late. A known face now in Punjab, Daljit had her brush with glory being attached with the political parties in recent elections. An only female cartoonist in the region, Daljit's works has been exemplary, depicting true agenda and vision of the winning party through her work of art. Currently, she is founder of Cartoons. Through her digital art, she has received immense recognition and accolades from the readers as people in power. Now, I request Ms. Daljit Kaur to please share your views on the topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Ms. Kiran and all the faculty members for inviting me. First of all, I would like to say that I'm not that experienced or I'm not a lecturer. So please pardon me if I talk frankly because my tone would not be in that sense. So I have worked with the Hindustan Times from 2010. So today I would like to talk about my experience as a digital artist. So in 2010, I joined Hindustan Times as a visual producer. And that time, जो cartoons थे, वो handmade थे, totally handmade. So I used to draw drawings, all the illustrations. Then I used to scan it. Then in computer, I used to color in Photoshop. So within 2 years, I started using Interest Large. That is I changed my way of working with the technology. So that time I started using Intangible. Then after that everything has changed. You know, जो digital जो है in digital में हम जो drawings जो है सारी on screen होती है ना? तो जो handmade था वो totally ही I think vanish हो गया था. So with the time I started using that technique. Then after that in 2020 I quit Hindustan Times and I started using my own cartoon as a brand. So उस टाइम के मैं कुछ आपके साथ वर्क शेयर करना चाहूँगी जो कि मैंने किए हैं. My screen is visible? Is it visible to
Yes,
all?
yes,
Yes,
Daljit.
yes, it is.
It is visible.
So, okay. So, actually, today the topic is, I guess, how can we preserve our culture with the heritage. So, उसके बारे में भी थोड़ी सी बात करूँगी. First of all, I just want to share few of my works. If you want me, I can proceed. May I?
Sure, ma'am.
या ओके. तो सी ये पूरा ही डिजिटल है जो मैंने कार्टून बनाया है. इट्स अ सेंटर स्प्रेड पेज. तो इसमें आपको थोड़ा सा मैं पेपर के बारे में भी बता दूंगी. तो इसमें जो होता है टीम वर्क होता है. हम इसमें इलेक्शन से काफ़ी टाइम पहले काम करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. तो इसमें जो है विजुअलाइजेशन जो है, थॉट्स जो है, वो सारे आर्टिस्ट के होते हैं, है ना. तो आर्टिस्ट को सारा देखना पड़ता है कि कैसे किसको कैसे पंच हम दिखा सकते हैं. सो इसमें जो पूरा सेंटर स्प्रेड है, इसमें हमने पंजाब के सारे पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स को इलस्ट्रेट किया. ये सारे इलस्ट्रेशंस मैंने ही बनाए थे. बाकी का सारा काम जो है एडिटोरियल का है. देन द नेक्स्ट वन इज ऑन पेज 1. ये जो था ये था उस पे बजट पे था जो उस टाइम पे हुआ था. तो उसमें हमने अपने फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को इसको गूगल करते हुए दिखा दिया. एंड द नेक्स्ट वन, दिस इज ऑल्सो सेंटर स्प्रेड पेज. इसमें भी मैंने ये सर्कस दिखाई थी सारी. पंजाब की जो सर्कस है, इसमें सारे पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स को मैंने अपने उससे दिखा दिया था. कॉलम न्यूज़पेपर में चलता था बाय द नेम ऑफ कार्टून. सो पंजाब ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਨੇਮ ਦਲਜੀਤ. ਮੇਰਾ ਨੇਮ ਹੈ ਦਲਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਕਾਲਮ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨੇਮ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਸੀ ਬਾय द नेम ऑफ कार्टून. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉੜਤਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜੋ ਮੂਵੀ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਉਹ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ. ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਮੂਵੀ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ ਰੋਕਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਡੇਅਰਿੰਗ ਵਰਕ ਹੈ. ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਹੂੰਗੀ ਅਗਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਲੜਕੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੈਲੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਸਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਕਾਰਟੂਨ ਇੱਕ ਐਸਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਫੀਮੇਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੀ. ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ, ਕਾਫੀ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ. ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਸਪਾਇਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਕਿ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਸੋ ਸੌਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਫ ਮਾਈ ਸੋ ਸੌਰੀ ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਹਿੰਦੀ 'ਚ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ. ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਪੇਜ 1 ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਾਰਟੂਨ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ CM ਸਾਹਿਬ ਲਾਸਟ टाइम इलेक्शन ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਤੇ ਸੀ. देन ये जो है मैंने ना इन 2020 आई स्टार्टेड माई ओन ब्रांड नेम्ड कार्टून. तो इसमें जो मैंने ना डिजिटल में ही काम करना शुरू कर दिया था. तो जैसे लोगों की पोर्ट्रेट्स मैंने डिजिटल में बनानी शुरू कर दी इन कस्टमाइज्ड वे. लाइक अगर किसी को कोई शौक है कहीं पे जाके कोई हॉलीडे स्पेंड करनी है किसने, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग उनकी मैंने ये पोर्ट्रेट बना दी थी. ये भी एक लड़की का ये है. इसका ये काफ़ी बड़ी वो है, नोन पर्सनैलिटी है. तो उसके जो शौक थे उसको मैंने इसमें बना दिया था. तो ये भी ऐसी है, पर्सनलाइज्ड ही है. देन अभी जो इलेक्शंस हुए हैं तो उसमें भी मैंने काफ़ी काम किया था पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के लिए. तो ये भी सारा डिजिटल ही है. ये मैंने इन 2020 जब मैंने जॉब अपनी छोड़ी थी, मैंने सोनू सूद जी बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे थे तो उस पर मैंने एक सीरीज स्टार्ट की थी सोनू टून बाय कार्टून. तो उसमें भी मैंने जैसे ही ये ट्वीट किया तो रीट्वीट्स होने शुरू हो गए. तो दैट्स हाउ आई गॉट पॉपुलैरिटी इन पंजाब. तो ये सारे उन्हीं के कार्टून्स हैं जो डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटीज़ ने मेरे रीट्वीट्स किए थे. या सो ये जो काम है ये सारा पॉलिटिकल काम ही है. तो जो मैंने कैंपेन के लिए किया था ये सारा डिजिटल ही किया था. सो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि डिजिटल का आजकल बहुत ट्रेंड है. ये यूपी इलेक्शन के लिए भी मैंने काम किया था. तो लोगों को ना जो डिजिटल को ऐसे नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि हम नहीं कर सकते डिजिटल में कुछ. आजकल जो है ये सारा डिजिटल हो चुका है काम. तो ये मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन थी. आई होप आपको ये पसंद आई होगी. तो इसके बाद मैं आपको ये बात बताना चाहूँगी कि हम इसको कल्चर के साथ कैसे रिलेट कर सकते हैं. एज़ पर माई एक्सपीरियंस मैं आपको ये बता सकती हूँ, पंजाब में जो भंगड़ा है दैट इज़ वेरी फेमस. तो हम इसको कैसे आर्ट के साथ कर सकते हैं. अगर हम किसी बच्चे को कोई कार्टून दिखाएंगे भंगड़ा करते हुए तो वो डेफिनेटली उसको देख के करेगा। अगर लाइक हम कोई ऐप इसको इंस्टॉल करके दे रहे हैं सपोज, जिसमें वो भंगड़ा कर रहे हैं कार्टून्स, तो वो डेफिनेटली उसको फॉलो करेगा। तो दैट्स हाउ वी कैन प्रिजर्व अवर कल्चर। एंड इन पंजाब आई थिंक नाउ डेज पंजाबी जो है वो बहुत पीछे जा रही है। लोग जो है इंग्लिश और हिंदी की तरफ जा रहे हैं। सो पंजाबी के साथ ही मैं कहूँगी कि बच्चों को अगर हम कोई कैलीग्राफी की क्लासेस स्टार्ट करवा दें पंजाबी की, तो वो अपनी रूट्स के साथ इन टच रहेंगे। सो दीज आर माई एग्जाम्पल्स। सो अगर किसी का कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो तो प्लीज़। अगर किसी
Dear participants,
कोई
is there
इसको
is uh, Daljit ma'am, there was a question in the session. What are your thoughts on Procreate for professional workflow?
या मैं आपको यही बताऊंगी कि जैसे ही मैंने ऑफिस छोड़ा इन 2020, तब तक मैंने इंट्रोस्लाट यूज़ किया था ऑन कंप्यूटर। उसके बाद मैंने आईपैड ले लिया, देन आईपैड पे मैं प्रोक्रिएट पे ही काम कर रही हूँ तब से अब तक, और ये प्रोफेशनली काम कर रही हूँ। मैं ये कहूँगी कि इसमें आप प्रोफेशनली काम कर सकते हैं। मेरे क्लाइंट्स हैं, उनको मैं बहुत बड़े बड़े फ्रेम्स डिजिटली करवा के दे रही हूँ। तो इसमें काम आपका हो सकता है। हाँ, इसमें एनिमेशन हम नहीं कर सकते, एनिमेशन इसमें नहीं कर सकते हम, बट बाकी के अगर डिजिटल काम है तो हम वो सारे कर सकते हैं। Any more questions?
Any other question, if anyone want to ask? Okay. I think there's no question. So we can proceed further. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeetwar. It was really a great discussion in this session among our young artists. I hope we all have learned a lot of things from our today's resource persons about not only the digital art in technical ways, but how in this era we can preserve our intangible cultural heritage for our future generations through this art. I have seen that there are a lot of teachers who are sharing this seminar with their students in classrooms. So I hope that they get the right direction for their future art career in this art world. We are very thankful to our resource person for sharing their views and information. So now at last, I would like to welcome our Head of Department of Fine Art and convener of today's one-day national seminar, Ms. Santosh ma'am, for formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Santosh ma'am.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन। शिक्षा अधिकरण के अंतिम पड़ाव की ओर बढ़ते हुए मैं इस सेमिनार की कन्वीनर संतोष आज के हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन का तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जिन्होंने बहुत ही सरलता और सहजता से आज के थीम पर प्रकाश डाला। डॉक्टर राकेश जी ने भी बहुत ही सरलता से बताया कि किस प्रकार से हम अपनी कल्चरल हेरिटेज को डिजिटल आर्ट के माध्यम से किस प्रकार क्रिएटिव और इनोवेटिव बना सकते हैं, और हाउ टू कनेक्ट इंटेंजिबल हेरिटेज विद डिजिटल आर्ट। मिस्टर नितिन कुमार मैंगी जी ने भी बताया कि हम सिंपल ड्राइंग्स, फोटोग्राफी, मूवीज और पेंटिंग्स इत्यादि को डिजिटल आर्ट से कैसे क्रिएटिव बना सकते हैं। और इन्होंने बताया कि कोरोना पेंडेमिक पीरियड के दौरान डिजिटल आर्ट की भूमिका पर भी प्रकाश डाला। डिजिटल आर्ट की मेरिट्स एंड डिमेरिट्स के बारे में भी बताया। पैनल डिस्कशंस के सभी मेंबर्स मिसिस दलजीत और मिस्टर प्राणजीत शर्मा, मिस टीना पांडे, मिस रश्मिता कनौजिया ने भी हमारे सेमिनार को सफल बनाने में सहयोग दिया। आप सभी का धन्यवाद करती हूँ। मैं देश विदेश के सभी प्रतिभागियों का भी धन्यवाद करती हूँ जो अंत तक हमसे जुड़े रहे और हमारे कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाया। इसके बाद में हमारी मैनेजिंग कमेटी और हमारी प्रिंसिपल महोदया मैडम डॉक्टर सुनीता पवार जी का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जो समय समय पर हमारा उचित मार्गदर्शन व उत्साहवर्धन करती रहती हूँ। और मैं महाविद्यालय परिवार के सभी सदस्यों व इस सेमिनार की ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम का भी तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जिन्होंने इस सेमिनार को सफल बनाने में भरपूर सहयोग किया। और अंत में मैं एक बार फिर आप सबका तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, Santosh ma'am. At last, I'm thankful to all our active participants. And now we are sharing our feedback link in our chat box of WhatsApp group, YouTube link, and Google Meet group. You can fill that feedback form within 2 to 3 hours. So it is compulsory for all the members to fill that feedback form to get the certificate. So thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. It was great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now we are going to end this session.
Thank you so much to all experts at Arya Kanya Mahavidyalya. Thank you so much for organizing this national seminar. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear participants, there's a feedback link in the chat box. And we have also shared that feedback link in our WhatsApp group. Your feedback is very valuable to us. So kindly fill that feedback form. I hope that everyone has received the feedback form. If there is any query regarding this session, you can ask.